I just got a text just as we went live. Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome. Oh, okay. We only have 3 people right now. I can check my phone.
So Paul is going to continue building this set here, the big Hogwarts Castle set, which he's been working on since...
Long time.
I don't even know. Probably...
Like November or something.
Yeah, a long, long time. Very long time. Actually, I'm curious how long you have been working on it. I'm going to look. Okay. And I might be building...
finish. I have like 2 sips of my coffee left. So
I might be building this set. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure yet if I'm going to.
You know, I feel like our streams went from like super structured at the very beginning to now we're just like, I'm going to sit here and drink my coffee and you may build a set.
Right.
Or just eating wings.
It just depends. Yeah, I know. Last week. It just depends if people come and we're chatting. Because the truth is, like, if I'm reading chat and I'm trying to talk, I am not building. And if I'm not building, it's not getting done. And then it's just like at the end, I stop reading chat and I just jam through it.
You were checking how many streams we've done.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know how many we've done. This is the 9th one. I'm curious when it started. Wow, so the first one of these that you did was on August 22nd. So you've been doing this for like 5 months now, almost.
Wow.
That's pretty insane, yeah. Hello, Raphael. Hello, Fidel. Welcome to the stream.
There was an alert up there. I don't know if that's
That's just a YouTube error thing. Yeah.
All right, welcome, Raphael. Good to see you here. Interesting that those got claimed.
What?
The LEGO Star Wars stream.
Oh,
so I guess
because of the soundtrack
of the
in the
music,
background.
Yeah.
Blue Silver Wolf 92. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Raphael says, "Am I early or something?" I don't think so. I think this is the time we scheduled the stream for. Hello, Juliet. Hello, Toby.
It's going pretty good.
It's going well. Yeah. So Paul's going to continue building Hogwarts Castle, and I think I will do this one. I'll build the architecture set. This is the Paris set.
I need to try.
Paris, France. It's pretty
Can
close.
you reach that?
Yeah. Well, no, but I can go get it.
So, we are nearing completion. I don't want to say it because then I'm going to be bound to it, but we might be done next stream. So I guess I did.
You said it.
Yeah, maybe. But we're on book 4, and we are on bag 30 out of 37.
Okay. Stream looks to be fine in terms of audio and stuff. Hello, G-Dog. Remember you. I do remember your username. Lego Boy, welcome to the stream. Raphael says, are you going to display the set or take it apart? What is your long-term thing with this?
You know, I really want to display it, but I don't actually know if there is any room in the house. I'm trying. My parents are going on. My parents have been on
for like 2 years.
For like 2 years, a like bucket list RV trip, but they come back in the winter. Well, like spring, I guess. For like 4 or 5 months, and they stay in the studio apartment, and that has a bay window. So I was gonna try and see if I could convince them to let me put it in the window, but I don't know. We'll see what happens after they leave.
Yeah.
Because the issue is it's not like a square. It's not mountable. Like if I ever get the Millennium Falcon, I want to mount it vertically on a wall, like a display piece, like a painting kind of thing. Right, that'd be vertical, not horizontal. Yeah, it's vertical. So that would be really cool, but with this one you can't really do that. So, well, I mean, I guess you could try. You could hammer it in.
I don't think vertically on the wall this would go too well.
No.
Yeah, the display for this, you just need a massive area, and that's the problem, or like massive square footage. But also, you should be looking at it kind of from the top. Not like it shouldn't be on a shelf above you.
It should be straight on.
I think it should be straight on, or you should look down a little bit on it.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
We have this. We haven't measured it, but we have this.
The coffee table.
Coffee table with a glass top that has like an inside. My grandpa used to store old guns and like weird history stuff in there. Maybe if we took the drawers out, this would fit. I'm not too certain though.
Yeah, Raphael says mounting the Falcon would be a very difficult task.
Oh, I'm sure it would be.
I'm sure it wouldn't be simple.
You probably would have to modify it to be more structurally sound.
You'd need this something on the bottom, like or on the landing gear.
Well, see, like, I wouldn't be mounting it like that. I'd be mounting it like this.
Exactly. So the landing gear or whatever is on the bottom of it would actually be holding all the weight of it. So.
Well, if you took the landing gear off, it would. You could then just affix it and then glue it on.
Well, yeah. I mean, you need something super strong for that. Hello. What is this again? Mechatot? I don't remember exactly. I think you told us at some point how to say that or what to call you, but I don't remember exactly what it is now. But welcome to the stream.
So dusty. It's been so long since I've done this. So we have another minifig here. Rowena Waven. I can't talk today. I just woke up from a nap and I'm still tired. Rowena Ravenclaw. So that's our last minifigure. We're gonna have a lot of do incomplete wands sell.
I don't even know if you can list those. Actually, you have to be able to for used and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. All of our wands are new though. Raphael says there's a custom stand with instructions that hold it sideways.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to. Well, I don't own it.
Mesnatost. So. Okay. Mesnatost. You got it. I will forget again, most likely, because I forget everything, but.
It's nothing personal.
Yeah, it has absolutely nothing to do with you, I promise.
But when I have the income to purchase the Falcon, I'll find a way to mount it. But there's so many things I want to spend my money on, so I can't say it's going to be soon.
James says, do you have set 7905? I gotta look that up. 7905. Oh, the crane! Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
I do have the crane.
We were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, like yesterday, I think, actually. Yeah, I have this crane. It is not built. It is at my parents' house in a box in the attic, like in bags. I think it's like sorted by color and stuff is how my Legos were put away. But
I told him that he should get it down.
But yeah, I do have 7905. Not sealed or anything. I definitely used it and played with it when I was... I didn't really play with it, but it was built and it was on my shelf for years.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That was back when you still had the airplanes on your wall, right?
Probably, yeah, most likely. But yeah, super cool set. It's really cool crane. I always wanted... So I had like one of the trains, the passenger trains. I had that old white one. It was a passenger train and it had the little motor and stuff. And I really wanted somehow to motorize the crane and make it like,
I think
remote
you
control.
This.
I did try it, and there was always like sticking the engine for the train off the side of this with like a few gears, and it was a mess, and it never looked good. But I always wanted it to work.
Did you ever try and build a city or like connect all of your things together?
I don't think so. I had a lot of construction stuff, so I would do like little construction zones. I always had a construction zone. I feel like most people's cities, like watching
by the way, we're building a tree.
You're building a tree?
I'm building a tree, yeah.
Cool.
I forget its name. It's been too long since I've seen these movies, but continue.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but like I always had a construction zone.
Whomping Willow.
Whomping Willow?
Now
That's
continue.
the tree?
Now continue.
Okay. You done?
We'll see.
Okay. James says, I really want that set new and sealed. That would be pretty cool to have that sealed. How much does it go for? Probably not super cheap. Although I don't even know how many pieces are in that set. I don't remember that set at all.
It was okay.
It came out in 2006.
Then it was big.
Okay, so 2006.
I don't know if it was actually huge or if it just felt huge.
I think it was pretty. It was relatively tall. I think maybe not. It was at least as tall as that, if not taller. 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a decent sized crane. Oh, I forgot to open the bag. That's why I can't find the piece I need.
You know, we're so used to parting out that when it actually comes to building, like,
I know.
We just
throw the bags to the side.
Yeah.
We don't need them. Fidel, welcome to the stream. Raphael says, when do you think your next picking an order on BrickLink will be? We need a few more orders to pick on camera. We have, I think, just one sitting in there that has been requested. So if we get like a couple more, I'll do one probably in the next 2 weeks now. Hello, Ben. Welcome to the stream. Brickman, welcome to the stream. Toby says,
That doesn't look
The
right.
Akro-Mils stand, I didn't spell it right. Oh, is great for displaying the Falcon. It gets the footprint down to about a foot deep so it can fit on just about any shelf. That's nice. So that's kind of what you're talking about. I think it has a stand, I guess. Or this is what I think Raphael said a couple minutes ago. That you can, like, tilt it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what set? Before we moved into this house, there were other renters here, and one of them had the. I was gonna buy it off of him, but I completely forgot. He had the Millennium Falcon, the
white one.
Yes, the white one, and I was gonna buy it off of him, and I didn't.
They still sell them, don't they? Or is it retired?
I think it's retired.
Ah.
Well, it might be out of production, but I don't know if it's still. At least it's newer, but.
James says, "Do you have set 42008?" You gotta tell me what the set is. 42008. I don't know anything by number. 21321 is the only one I remember. That's the International Space Station.
I remember 1101.
11011 is the stupid Bricks and Animals 1500 Classic. Yeah. I do not have this, the Technic truck. I didn't have much Technic when I was growing up.
Neither did I. I do have, at least I have the instructions for it, although I don't remember actually owning it, but I must have. The Technic Droidica. And then I also have the Technic.
I think you did a
B1. I think it's a B1 droid. Those are the tan, normal battle droids.
Okay. I feel like I saw, maybe not, but the Droidica. Like I feel like I've seen that in person, and it probably would have been with you, but maybe not.
See, some of my older Star Wars sets I got from my neighbor because he was a few years older than me, and when he stopped playing with Legos, he gave me or sold me, I don't remember, I was very little, a lot of his stuff. That's where I got my original gunship from. I might have every version of the gunship up until I stopped collecting, actually. Yeah, so it's possible I got it from him.
Interesting. Oh, wow. James said around 47... Oh, wait. CDN? What's that? CDN? Hold on.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. CDN is Canadian dollar? Oh, CAD. Oh, it corrected. It auto-corrected. Hold on. Is that Canadian? If it's Canadian... Yeah. Can you tell me what CND is? Because I don't know what that is. Or CD... Oh, CDN. CDN? CDN to US dollars. I don't know what CDN is. It keeps auto-correcting to Canadian. That might be what you're talking about. I'm so sorry if it's not. But $4,700. If it's 47 Canadian, like 4,700 Canadian dollars, that's like 3,700 US dollars ish.
Are we talking about the crane here?
Yeah, the crane. Oh, and then he corrected it 700. He put a dollar sign with that one. $700? I don't know. I'm sorry. Ben, welcome to the stream. I think we said that. How is the store going? Store's going pretty good, actually. We've been really working the last week or so, or last couple weeks now, to get pieces in the store. Lots of new lots and stuff.
We've added almost 600.
Yeah, over 600 lots. Yeah, in the past
couple weeks here.
What, 2 weeks? Which,
yeah.
You know, if it was used, I don't think as much, but parting out brand new, I think that's not bad.
Yeah, we've been trying. I didn't do one yesterday, I don't think, but I've been trying to do one set per day. Except for yesterday, I've been doing that, and I plan on continuing to do that. And assuming we don't buy anymore, we
need more.
Yeah, I know, but we can get through our pile pretty quickly. See, it's always a battle between the beauty of seeing the drawers all full, seeing that empty.
I know, it's like we have the thing over there, the shelf, and it's like you want to see, like right now it's overflowing, it doesn't all fit on the shelf. It will be for the next month as well, most likely, but it's like you want to see it empty, but once it's empty, you realize you have no more parts to put in the inventory. And
then you're sad.
But like then you see it full, and you just feel like you have so much work to do. It's an interesting process. Just Bricks, welcome to the stream.
It's a cycle of abuse.
Right. Jao, welcome to the stream.
I guess this just... correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like this just sits there.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, we've got the Weasley's flying car.
Hold up to the camera.
We've got the Weasley's flying car up there on the Whomping Willow from movie 2. So, something I do like about this set is it combines all the movies. But I think a lot of the bigger Lego sets that are based on licensed properties do that. Like the minifig Death Star. Not minifig scale, that'd be huge, but the cool. One with minifigs on it.
Isn't that the only Death... Oh, there's
also
Death
the
Star
episode
2?
6.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Death Star 2.
Yeah.
Episode 6 incomplete one.
Yeah. Raphael said the White Millennium Falcon is called the Kessel Run.
Yes.
Yeah. Kessel Run Millennium Falcon came out in 2018.
What's the current going rate for that used? Used but complete. Because I don't really keep boxes, so I've realized that there's no reason for me to not purchase used because it's so much cheaper, and I don't care about the box. So.
Used in the U.S., you're looking... Oh, no. Do you want figs?
Yes.
Okay, stand by.
A lot?
175 is the cheapest in the U.S. I can find it, with figs, instructions, extra pieces, everything except the box.
Yeah.
There are some cheaper new sealed ones, like Germany is 150, so it depends how much.
Yeah.
I guess it would be in shipping. You could probably get some less. So like probably $175 roughly. Yeah, Ben says 175 sounds right. Interesting. Okay.
Huh.
Ben T says playing some Minecraft while watching. Canadian
Awesome.
dollars? ? Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't figure out if it was Canadian or not.
Minecraft is a good game.
James says you have to see the new Lego store in West Edmonton Mall. It has a 144-piece pick-a-brick wall. That's a lot. Wait, 144. Is that 12? That'd be 12 by 12-ish.
The one at
maybe downtown Disney.
I feel like the one at downtown Disney
has a similar size. I think probably 144. That's a lot though. Interesting. Ben says, I've been busy picking orders, not much parting out, though, since I have no backlog. Yeah, 600 lots new is good. I've added 1,000 new lots in the last 2 months. Awesome. Yeah, our goal by the end of... January, thank you, is to have 4,000 lots in the store, which
is going to be
based on the fact that we're at 36 and we were at, like, a week and a half ago, we were at less than 3,000. Guaranteed almost we'll be at 4,000 by the end of... Maybe even, like... Maybe we should just shoot for 4,500.
Yeah,
like maybe just like because.
Well, there we have more than 4,500 sitting there, so.
Yeah, to add on to it, yeah, or to make it 4,500, yeah. G Dog says I like to pretend I'm picking orders at BrickLink. Awesome.
I guess if that's what you like.
Yeah. Just Brick says looks like the Weasley's falling car. I'm a little late here.
Yeah,
or a little delayed. Okay, Raphael says Death Star 2 is around $2,000 sealed. Good price. Or a lot of money.
I
Fun Brick Creations, welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Did I miss much since the start? I just played a bit of Garage Cricket with my family.
Garage Cricket?
No, you've missed me building this. Yep, that is it. Other than that, nothing. Ben T says, playing high-pixel Minecraft server. If you don't know what that is, I used to be a moderator there, but stopped when I started doing
That's
BrickLink.
a long... That server has been around. I did not know that was still around. That was like one of those mega servers, I think.
Yeah, that was a bigger one.
I did not know that was still around. That's a flashback to, like... 2000,
middle school?
A decade ago. It's so weird to measure your life and like.
What were we looking at the other day? Where we were we were talking about Eureka, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking about something, and it was like, wow, that's like 12 years ago that we did. Like, it's really weird.
Oh no, it was when Minecraft released.
Oh, it's when Minecraft came out. What was that? 2006. 2009?
No. 2009. Yeah. I started playing in beta, and then he got on at 1.0, and we were talking about how long ago that was, because our version that we normally play is 1.6.4, because the mod packs that we like are from that era. And we were like, it can't be that out of date, right?
Right. And I didn't even know Minecraft was on version, what is it, 115
or something? It's 114, yeah.
Like what?
And so we looked, and we found out that 1.6.4 released in 2012 or something like that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
And we were like, oh wow, we are 7 years out of date.
We haven't actually played Minecraft
sat down and actually done it for long periods of time.
Yeah, in a very long time. Raphael, gotta go have dinner. Have a good night, Raphael. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit.
It'd be kind of cool to do a one-time survival game. It was the survival games, right? That was the Hunger Games knockoff.
Survival games? I feel like it was just called Hunger Games. Weren't there just maps and server things where it was just called Hunger Games?
Yeah.
And you'd have to run to the middle, get your supplies, and then run away.
I've been looking for this piece. Wait. No, I haven't. I'm looking for this piece, but in dark tan.
What piece?
One by one brick. In dark tan. I think it's dark tan.
You opened up all the bags?
Yeah.
Sure it's a 1 by 1 brick?
I might have misplaced it somewhere.
1 by 1 brick or 1 by 1 plate?
1 by 1 brick. It's possible that it actually, because this isn't the instruction to put it on, so it's actually possible it's in one of my bags.
Extra piece bag.
Yeah.
Of not actual extra pieces.
Yeah. I'm slowly working through them
now. Raphael says the West Edmonton Mall is the 3rd largest mall in North America. Funberg Creation says, I'm 1 order off 50 sales since I opened my store about 9 months ago. Congratulations, that is awesome. 1 more order. That's cool. Oh, CDN's Canadian dollars. Interesting, I didn't know that.
I always thought it was CAD.
Yeah, there's CAD, which I knew was Canadian. Oh, no, was it CAD? Yeah, CAD.
That was not a good noise.
That was a hard snap.
Hopefully nothing broke.
Interesting. I learned something today. It's amazing. But yeah, Canadian dollars. Interesting. $700 that you said. Okay. That's... Oh, for the instruction... You want to get the instruction book only.
What?
For the crane, I think. Oh, wait. 42008. That's not the crane. That is... I don't know what that one is. That's the Technic truck. Funberg says, well done on the castle, Paul.
Thank you.
Ben says, do you guys look at the amount of new lots that will add when making buying decisions?
Recently, we kind of... Look might be a bit too hard of a term. Yeah. Estimate is a more accurate term.
Well, I mean, it shows up when you search the value.
Yeah.
So.
If it's a big purchase, then, definitely we'll look at actual sales numbers and stuff, but that's not a super common thing. We can usually just estimate, but it is now, because we're kind of playing catch up in terms of trying to get our count up there as quickly as possible. It's definitely the primary purchasing decision, I would say. Would you agree that lot count is obviously 3 times part out, but versus pieces and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's safe to say that the lots has become very important to us. Just Brick says never played Minecraft. Funberg says I meant playing cricket in the garage as there isn't enough room outside and no house to play around the house to play.
I have never actually played cricket, but I don't think that's that uncommon in the United States.
No, I don't think a ton of people here have.
It's I'm probably going to sound like an idiot here, but it's kind of a similar thing between lacrosse and volleyball, right? It's kind of because there's a net thing, right? But you also have... I'm probably so off because I'm like...
Are you talking badminton?
I'm pulling a memory. No. I'm pulling a memory from years and years ago, from when we used to watch Family Guy and there was...
Oh, that's not going to be accurate. No.
That was another thing that was a long time ago. That was when we went to
Family Guy?
Alaska. Like...
That was a long... Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
Or, well, early high school.
That's still a long time ago, Evan.
Yeah. Yeah. No, cricket, I believe. I could be wrong. Let me just double check it here, because I don't want to... I'm pretty sure it's with a paddle, and it's kind of like baseball to an extent. But maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
I probably just looked like an idiot in front of everyone.
Can someone just verify that cricket is with like a paddle and a ball, and you hit the ball? I could be wrong.
You know, in my defense, I don't even like American sports, so...
Okay, yeah, Just Burke says cricket is more similar to baseball than either of those sports.
Okay.
What did you say? Volleyball and what?
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse? I'm trying to figure out, like, badminton's the only thing in my mind that kind of comes from volleyball and lacrosse. I can see how you could say.
But badminton in high school, didn't we play that as part of PE? That was fun. That was the only sport I enjoyed. Because
badminton was fun, actually.
It wasn't structured in any way.
Oh, it's totally structured.
Not in PE.
Oh, okay. Toby says, does buying your shipping materials from Uline actually save money? When I ran the numbers, it was cheaper to buy from Amazon before the shipping cost. I'm also not buying a huge quantity. Yeah, I would say no. Uline is not going to be the cheapest shipping method. Or, the cheapest place to get your stuff. If you need it in a bulk amount, it might end up being cheaper. But no, most likely eBay is actually probably going to be your cheapest place for shipping materials, for boxes and bubble mailers and stuff. So I would say unless you're buying in a crazy bulk amount, even bigger than we did, I wouldn't go with Uline, personally. So yeah, you ran the numbers correctly. Ben says, yeah, it's the biggest one, 170,000 players sometimes. Used to moderate there. 170,000 players?
Yeah.
What? That's insane. And they did a new Skyblock update, so I'm playing that. Nice. Assist Official, welcome to the stream. Did you see the message I sent you via the email? Yes, I saw your email, and I have your thing all boxed up and is ready to go out. And I will send you the tracking info. I guess
Did you ship today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it didn't go out today with the packages. It'll go out Monday. I apologize. But I will send you the shipping information with that. We just got a super chat from James. Says, I have a Lego challenge for you.
Oh.
I have a Lego challenge for you too. Prize from me, the winner. I'm a little confused as to what that message means. Can you read it and tell me if you understand it? I have a Lego
challenge for you, and a prize for the winner from me. Is essentially what I think that's trying to say.
Aaron, welcome to the stream. Jack, welcome to the stream. James, send another message. Thank you so much for the super chat, though, and I will try to understand a little better. Oh, okay, yeah. The winner would get a prize from me. What is the Lego challenge for you two? Oh, I see. Lego challenge for you two.
Oh, two. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes,
I understand. Okay, cool.
We're interested.
Yeah. Zachary, I'm a little late, but welcome to the stream. My apologies. Ben says, I looked at some of the companies similar to Uline in the UK, and eBay was cheaper at buying 1,000 at a time than the other companies' websites. Okay. Yeah, Uline is not the cheapest. Uline, like, let's say all of a sudden, randomly overnight, you got 50 orders, and you had no boxes, and they were all big orders, and you need boxes. You can order from Uline, you will get it that next morning. So I guess that's nice. But another thing with Uline is you do not have an option to get it not tomorrow morning. It just comes tomorrow morning. It is always, it's just whatever they have.
It's kind of crazy.
It is. It's very interesting. If you order by like 6 p.m., you get it the next day or something like that. It's funky. But yeah. G-Dog says, I'm working on a Lego Minecraft project. Every time we go, like we went to Walmart the other day and we got a few things, and every time we go,
I'm like, I want to buy one of those sets.
Yeah.
And then I never do.
Yeah,
I should just buy one. Like I said, my life is nothing but a series of impulse decisions, so.
Jack says I wasn't here last week as it was my birthday. Happy late birthday, Jack. I wouldn't really say last week was super eventful.
Was that when we ate wings?
We ate dinner on the stream and
parted out like a small set at the end.
Yeah, we parted out something very little at the end. That was it. It was not the most eventful stream. But happy late birthday. G-Dog says, have you got any medium nougat Lego? I don't know. I guess I could check. You can also check our BrickLink store. Link is in the description below. Let me check, though. Medium nougat? We do have a couple. They're printed pieces. I've had them since 2018. So, I mean, they did sell in November, but we've had them since 2018. It's little printed eyeball pieces. They're on like a 1x2 slope. I would say if you want those, pick them up. They're not hot sellers. Only one of each left, though. All right, James, another super chat. James says, you each have 5 hours to build a Lego city the size of the current table you're using. May the best city win. I don't think 5 hours would be enough time for that.
No.
Unless you're just saying assemble some, like, put some things around. But if we're actually building, like, buildings and stuff, oh, well, it could be fun because they'll be pretty bad cities.
You know, that's something we can add to the to our next subscriber stream list.
A 5-hour challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We could do something like that. You said you had a prize, though, James. What's the prize? That's what I want to know. Is it worth it?
Yeah. Because that's a pretty major time investment.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Brickmasters? Right, that was what the show was called.
Lego
right?
Masters?
Yeah.
They had one season. I assume they just couldn't shoot a second season.
Because, yeah.
But I think it was relatively popular. Ben says, in reference to shipping materials, even with the eBay sellers, they use a 24-hour courier, so I get them next day, too. Oh, nice. Cost $77.99 for 1,000 envelopes. What do our envelopes cost?
That's not a good one.
I don't know what ours cost. I can't remember.
These are all the same size, correct? I'm not just hallucinating.
Yeah, those are very clearly 1x8.
I'm just making sure because something ain't adding up.
Aaron says, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Thank you, Aaron. That is true. If you guys like the video, go ahead and click the like button. Appreciate it. Assist Official says, am I the only one overseas? It's currently...
Too late o'clock.
It's 12:30 a.m. Or 0:33 a.m. Might have to go soon.
It's past my
Mr. Chills a lot says, technically since it's 33 a.m. for me, I have an exam tomorrow. You have an exam and you're up that late? What are you doing?
Studying.
Unless it's like an afternoon.
Waiting, procrastinating.
Clearly not studying. You're watching this. James, $10 super chat, says, fine. You get 10 hours. But it all has to be done on a live stream. The prize is a surprise package of Lego parts from my collection. 10-hour live stream. To an extent, that could be fun, actually. But hold on. I saw something else here, and I think it was... Who was it from? Oh, okay. Ben says, to be interesting, you could give yourself $50 each to buy a good lot of used. And you have to build from whichever bundle you buy. That would be interesting. Something like that. Mix it with some sort of, like... This is a big table, so maybe half the table. Or something, but something like that would be very interesting, actually. Fine, good 10 hours. Has to be done on a live stream. Would people watch a 10-hour live stream, though?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Of that, they would. Of us just talking, no.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
But, I mean, they want to sit there for the whole 10 hours.
Oh, absolutely.
They'd leave and come back. At least I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know with... we're still not a huge channel, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But if we were a bit bigger, definitely.
Interesting. Yeah, Just Brick says I'd be in and out. Aaron says I would watch.
But it's definitely something we would have to talk about first before we commit to doing that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's a little planning that needs to be involved with that.
Yeah.
And then, like, what points do you get breaks, or like a break, and like, or do you never get a break, or like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to use modulars and stuff, like pre-built stuff, or do we have to use? Do we just have to build it? Because I don't know if 10 hours is enough time. If
that's
we're
the thing.
Going from straight.
Yeah. I think using modulars and stuff would be cheating.
It's going to be a pretty interesting city.
At that point, exactly. It'd make it more fun. Mr. Chills-A-Lot says, no procrastination. I've been studying 7 days already for this exam, so that was enough time. Nice. What is the exam on? Is it math? If it's math, I'm not good at it. Or I'm not good at advanced math. Basic math, I'm fine. Bradshaw's Studio, welcome to the stream. Fives, I said hello, I believe, but Paul was talking a minute and I heard it. But yeah, 7 days for an exam, that's a lot. Aaron says I'm working on a few mocks right now while watching. That's awesome. What are you working on, Aaron? What mocks are you building? I am not. That's the problem, I guess. If we were to do something like
neither of us have any experience building mocks.
Right. When it comes to creating mocks, I haven't done it since I was like, I don't know, maybe 10.
A better challenge would honestly be for us to host it.
Do you have a brick separator?
Not on me, but...
James, another super chat. You are amazing. Says another challenge is you each go to a different Lego store. You have to build a modular set using parts from the wall only. Oh, that would be so difficult. Expensive. No, just pick-a-brick cups. So we have to use. I think that's what he means by the wall. I would assume. Pick-a-brick cups.
Yeah.
Go to the Lego store. Maybe you have $100 budget and you have to build what looks like the best modular you can build. But, that one's fun.
Evan, do you remember what drawer the brick separator drawer is?
Where did your brick separator go?
I don't know.
There's some on the table over there. I don't want to use inventory.
True.
Toby says I'm paying about 12 cents for a 4x8 padded envelope and about 24 cents for my 7x10s. Wow, that seems like a lot. That's the cheapest in a 100-pack on Amazon. Are we paying that much for the bubble mailers? We might be. This official says, check my message, LOL. I'm assuming it was somewhere back in the chat.
Could be a Discord message.
Says, will people watch a 10-hour live stream? Guys, it's COVID. We got nothing else to do. That is very true. Hello, Sandro from Switzerland. Welcome to the stream. Aaron says, I'm working on a fire department. That is awesome. Ben says, about the same size and prices as mine, I think, Toby. So, I guess I could figure out how much our mailers cost. They changed. They went down, actually. So now I don't know. They were like 25 cents for the large ones. And then they went down, I think, to 21 or 20 cents. I don't remember. Sandro asks a difficult question. What is better to collect, Star Wars or Harry Potter?
There's more Star Wars than there is Harry Potter. So let that inform your decision.
That is true, I guess.
By like a multiple of like 10, so.
Yeah, there's a significant more Star Wars, I think, than Harry Potter.
I collect significantly more Star Wars than I do Harry Potter. This is one of the few Harry Potter sets I actually have, I think. So.
You have the bus, the night bus.
I have the bus, and I have the original Hogwarts.
You have is it Hedwig?
Yeah, Hedwig.
You just got that. You haven't even finished that.
No, I haven't finished that.
It's such a small set, too. It's like under...
Maybe I'll finish that next time on stream before I get started on something else.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should finish that one up. Everyone's saying Star Wars pretty much. Mr. Chills-A-Lot says analysis, which is an advanced math. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do well then. Aaron says Star Wars or Ninjago. Ninjago is a very popular thing.
Yeah. And it's for a original Lego IP. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Usually the original Lego IPs that aren't like the main city, etc., die pretty fast.
Yeah, Chima didn't last super long, I don't think. A few years. It wasn't as popular as Ninjago. Nowhere near as popular as Ninjago is.
Yeah.
Ninjago is definitely one of the more popular ones. And there's a TV show with it and stuff. I mean, there's a lot with it.
Well, and Ninjago has been around in some version since Lego Universe. Back then, I don't think it was called Ninjago, but Lego Universe being the really old MMO that died. But there was like a Lego Ninja spinning world, but I don't think it was called Ninjago yet. So
was it Spinjitzu? Is that Ninjago? Spinjitzu?
I think so.
I think that's part of the Ninjago.
But
thing.
this was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's been around in some form for a long time.
Interesting. Assist Official says it depends on which TV show you like the most, or like which theme. So yeah, I guess that also depends. If you're looking for stuff like, I guess an investment, I would probably say Star Wars. Almost guarantee Star Wars. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars is definitely goes up in price like
used,
crazy.
Those sell for a lot.
Yeah.
Even
Star Wars
even I don't know about heavily used, but even played with, they can go for, some money.
Yeah.
Another super
chat from James.
Super chat.
Wow.
I mean, thank you, but you don't need to spend all of your money.
You will make this 10-hour challenge happen. Rule number 1: no Red Bull allowed. I don't like Red Bull. I don't like any energy drinks. So far so good. And only one modular can be used. Must use base plates and road plates in your city. One modular. Okay. So I'm going to have 32 studs by 32 studs that are pristine. That's going to be my one modular. The rest is going to be a total disaster.
Okay. Here's a question, I guess, for you. Are we allowed to plan outside of those 10 hours?
True. James, is that something we could do?
Because if we're allowed to plan outside of it, then it becomes way more doable.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can actually think about it and maybe gather pieces and stuff ahead of time. It's still not much time. 10 hours is a while, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is something more... James says we can plan. Perfect. I would say this is more something where it's like a video. It's not a...
Or it's a live stream that gets edited down.
It's a stream that... Yeah, like we have Kyle and someone shoot... Yeah, you're... What the heck is going on here?
It's how... No, that's how it's supposed to be.
There's nothing underneath
Yes, this is how it's supposed to be.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm certain. I was going to say something. There it is on that side. And there it is on that side.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Sandra says, do you guys have all the UCS sets from Star Wars? No. I don't actually own... I mean, I have very few Star Wars sets. I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. I mean, it's good and it's enjoyable and stuff, but I just don't want to collect Legos for whatever reason. You have a decent portion.
I have...
Or maybe not a decent portion, but a lot.
Let's see. Because I've been doing brick history, Star Wars, so I gotta think... There are a lot more UCS sets than you would think, and there are a lot of things that were that are very old that have been kind of retroactively classified as UCS. So no, I don't have them all. But during the period in which I was collecting the most...
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you for a super chat. Ben says thank you for all the streams. Today is just the super chat day, apparently.
Yeah, this is
thank you, everyone.
This is when we make all of our YouTube income for the next year.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, so much for supporting the channel stuff. Continue.
During, the primary time when I was collecting, I would say that I probably got a lot. There are a couple that I still want to buy, but now I pay for them myself. Mommy and Daddy don't buy them, so...
it becomes a little more financially difficult.
It becomes more difficult to support a Lego addiction.
Yeah. Mr. Chills a lot, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.
Someone asked if we are living in a Lego store, and essentially, yes.
Yeah, we have a BrickLink store. We sell pieces, so yes.
And the Lego store is like a good... It's a pretty long commute.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's all the way around
the backyard.
The back of the house. Or the front of the house. It's a very long commute. Assist says, how do you sort and store and logistics with used Lego bulk stuff for a BrickLink store? How do you sort and store?
I think they're just asking our whole logistics processing program.
So the best thing for used, which we haven't really gotten into yet, not all the way, is first you get your used. You need, in my opinion, you need to kind of sort through it all in the beginning in terms of just seeing what's actual Lego, what is not actual Lego. After you figure out that, you get rid of the actual or the non-Lego. That's gone. Then I would say you need to wash it. James says only 5 pick-a-brick cups allowed. That's not much.
It's not possible
that's
for
not
half
much.
a table.
No, you can't do that. Anyway, but wash the Lego after you get rid of the non-Lego. Take out the minifigs, anything high value, stuff like that, stickered pieces, whatever. After that, I would say that kind of stuff goes... Or sorry, the Lego gets washed. Then you would sort it into categories. So like bricks can go in a category, plates, tiles, 1x tiles. Like you separate it all like that. After you get to there, you take that category and you then inventory exactly what's in that category. You then sort that category perfectly, so into every individual piece. And you'll have not a ton of multiples, most likely. You'll only have a few. Once you do that, you go into, I guess you could do it on BrickLink. You could type in the piece number, you could type in what the piece is, or you can use something called Brick Stock, or what is now called Brick Store, which is like a third-party kind of spreadsheet-based program, I guess, and you can add all your pieces to a spreadsheet, and then you can upload that spreadsheet into your store with all the remarks and stuff like that, and then put them on the wall and repeat with the next thing. Now, in theory, if you have multiple people, you can be doing all these simultaneously to continuously add parts to your store.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't got that perfectly in terms of we haven't started the full used cycle. We're pretty close to getting there, actually.
Yeah.
Where we'll just be not 100% used. I personally want to continue new. I like new. I think there's a market for both, so it depends. But
I only need 3. I was like, there's a missing piece.
But we're very close to getting used and increasing our lot count like ridiculous amounts with used. So that's awesome. But
there may be a video at some point in the future.
There will be a video at some point in the future, yeah, once that all begins. So hopefully that answered that question. James says, but the only extra pieces you can get aside from what's in your current collection are 5 large pick-a-brick cups. Oh, we can use our current collection. Huh.
See, that's really difficult because my current collection is pretty much... Oh, it's sorted into sets, more or less.
Right. I actually have an advantage in this case because I have a lot more city stuff. I was a fan of city and realistic, I guess. Star Wars is not realistic in my opinion, so that wasn't something I really wanted. But
well, hey, there's nothing saying that our Lego city cannot be sci-fi.
That's true. Actually, yeah. Sandro says, is set 10123 UCS? 10213, is that what it was? 10. Oh, I'm so sorry. 1021. Wait, hold on. 10. Oh, where'd it go? 10123. 10213 is the Shuttle Adventurer. That's a cool set. Oh, Cloud City. Cloud City's not UCS.
No. It's just the most expensive Lego set on the market.
Is it?
I believe so, yeah. It's ridiculous.
Really? Wow.
At least the most expensive Star Wars one. Yeah, it's insane. That at that point it's overpriced. There's no reason that you should.
I feel like you had a hard time saying that.
Well, because that's kind of something that you preface with like, in my opinion, it's overpriced.
Oh, you're saying factually
it's overpriced. Go on BrickLink real quick and look up how much it is. It's.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's probably thousands of dollars.
I'm curious. No, I want to know now.
It's probably like, I don't know. Have someone else do it. They're all here. They can help.
I gotta know. I gotta look at it myself. Do you know what the number is?
10123.
Cloud City, yeah.
I just saw another question. Oh, Sunita says, do you sell sets at your BrickLink store? We have a very small amount of sets, not a ton.
Okay, yeah. New sealed starts at 18,000. Sorry, 1,800.
1,800?
Yeah.
Is that... That's interesting, because the minifig alone, Boba Fett sells for 400-ish.
Let's see. Am I looking at the right thing?
That might be used. I don't even know what new is.
No, that was new.
Interesting.
Maybe this is... No, I'm not looking at the right... Oh, this is the right set, but the one that I was thinking of might be the Tauntaun. The big Tauntaun. There's a big Tauntaun that was released as a special thing.
Oh.
At a...
There's a lot of those that are, like, really expensive because of that. Aaron says, my first 3 sets were 1999 X-Wing, 1999 Snowspeeder, and 2009 Fire Station. I do not... I think I'm sure you're talking about the modular fire station. I do not have that, and I love that set. Also, the police station is pretty cool as well. Toby says, do you know how much each shipping label costs for you? I want to get a label printer, but I'm trying to figure out if the increased cost per label is worth the convenience. You mean the physical piece of paper? I assume that's what you're talking about. The physical piece of paper, we get them in a... Let me do some math real quick.
Quick math.
We get them in boxes of 1,000. Each label costs 2 cents. So, or less than 2 cents. Rounded up 2 cents. So, the nice thing about the label printers is there's no ink. So over time, you know, in theory, if you're maintaining your label printer, there's no, it's all thermal, so there isn't actually a
do these all look like they could feasibly be extra?
Those look like pieces? You did it right today, Paul. Yeah, so 1 to 2 cents. That's what Ben said as well.
All right,
less than 1 to 2.
We're done with bag 30. There's really not a lot to show off. We basically just did some really basic foundation stuff. Hopefully, when I finish bag 31, there'll be something actually worth like picking it up and sending off.
Yeah, Just Brick says something I think it's a little more accurate. He says, I'm not living in a Lego store. There just happens to be a Lego store at my house.
Yes.
That's a little more accurate, yeah. I don't live in this garage.
No, but you probably will or have fallen asleep in here.
I have not fallen asleep.
You've not fallen asleep in here.
I don't really fall asleep places. Like, it's not really a thing I do.
If I can fit, I can sleep.
Yeah, Paul can kind of sleep wherever. Sunita says, I still can't figure out why it won't let me order from your store. I have seen your email earlier, so I'm going to try that tomorrow.
Yeah, weren't there some people that were having issues ordering?
There's 2 people now. Sunita, where are you located? Are you in the U.S.? Because we have 1 buyer in the U.S. who cannot order in our store. I don't know why. They're a brand new buyer to BrickLink. Maybe you guys know. And every time they go to checkout, it says PayPal exemption, PayPal key exemption error, or something like that. And I cannot figure out why. I looked on the BrickLink forums, submitted a form or a ticket thing with BrickLink. All of it seems to be...
I was just about to start sorting.
For parting out?
Yeah.
All of it seems to be... like, it was fixed in 2018, and apparently it's happening again now, but I seem to be the only store that it's happening to. I can't quite figure it out.
You know, I was having an issue like that with something not too long ago, but now I can't remember what it is, so I don't know why I opened my mouth to tell the story.
But yeah, so I don't know why you can't order either. In the UK, okay. Does yours say PayPal error when you're trying to check out? Because that was something that was... It was not on PayPal's side, it was on BrickLink's side, and BrickLink took a few weeks to fix it back in 2018. And when they fixed it in 2018, it didn't seem to come back, and we seem to be the only people that have this problem now. So I have no clue why that would be a problem. Brick Room, welcome to the stream. I don't know if I said that. I thought it when I saw it, but I might not have said it. Just Brick says, buying a label printer has been one of the single best things to happen to my store. So there you go. Assistant Official says the old monorail stuff that are sealed goes for over $3,000.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking of something else. Well, now I gotta go back and rewatch my videos in order to see what it was, because I swear that there was something that went for over $10,000.
10 grand?
Yes. You know, I have a really bad memory though, so I could be really, really wrong. but I swear it was something from a toy fair. Like the 1999 toy fair or something like that that was given out.
Fidel, welcome back to the stream. I watched all your videos because I exported them all, and I don't
You
know.
don't remember that?
No, I do remember the toy fair thing and it being very expensive. Was it like a minifig? Was it Han Solo?
Well, see, they released something at every toy fair, so there have been several. There was one that was Han Solo packaged, but no, this was like a buildable type thing.
Okay. I don't know. So Toby says, thanks for the info. I just have to come up with the money to buy the printer. Ben says, make sure to get a decent one, Toby. I somewhat regretfully bought a 62mm width one for printing addresses, as I wasn't doing anything that needed 4x6 labels. Definitely best purchase, though. I would rather got a 4x6 one in retrospect so that I can now do online postage. Yeah, I would definitely recommend getting a 4x6 one. That's kind of your standard, I guess, for label size. And that'll be the best thing. Honestly, the nicest thing for us is the speed at which we can ship the order, I guess. In terms, not like drop it off and everything, but in terms of
just going fast, yeah.
Going quick to print the label and stuff. It's very simple, and it just works. There's no like having to select which printer you want or anything like difficult or like time consuming. It just prints and it just works. And it's great. Sis Official says, gotta go guys, it's 1 a.m. at this point, have about 70 kilograms left. Wow. Wait, didn't you just tell me? Oh, no, just kidding, that was someone else. Yeah, okay. Have a good evening, thanks for tuning in. Sorry to start a conversation. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in, appreciate it. Wow. Sandro says, I sold 10179 in 2017 for... Oh, yeah. The initial UCS Millennium Falcon for $6,500.
So maybe my 10 grand is accurate.
I assume sealed and new was what that was. James says, despite the galactic inflation, the first edition Millennium Falcon is one of the most, if not the most valuable LEGO sets ever produced. We've sold these sets for prices ranging from $3,400 to $5,700. First edition Millennium Falcon. Interesting. And that looks like a quote from somewhere. I assume that was from... I don't know what that was from exactly, but... Alright, I am... I think I only have 2 bags. Or 4 bags, but 2 of them are the same number. Or 2 each are the same number. If that makes any sense? So, I'm almost, I'd say a quarter of the way done with this. What bag are you on?
31.
31. How many bags total are there again?
37.
37 total bags. So you might finish next time.
Maybe. We'll see how far I get today.
Yeah. You're getting pretty close, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm also
Sunita
getting pretty
says,
hungry.
it looks like it has been sorted, but I'll try tomorrow and let you know how it goes. Thank you very much. Got a question for Paul for the Hogwarts Castle. Did you get loads of spare parts? Yes. Loads of spare parts. Yes, Fidel, this is a Skyline set. It is the Paris set right there. With the spare parts that Paul has, though, they're not all supposed to be spare.
No, I got a 1x3 here. I got a 1x2. I got some slopes.
Yeah.
See, do I have any really interesting parts here? I got a beard.
Oh, cool. That's good.
And I got an L piece. An L brick. Are those technically called like a 2x2
it's a 2x2
modified?
corner.
Okay.
Yeah. James says, task for Paul, 1 hour to finish building the set.
I don't know, you're going to pay my medical bills after I ingest that much caffeine?
Well, earlier from the rule book, he said no Red Bull. So
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's any caffeine or energy drinks allowed. Aaron says, I have 300 1x8 plates in my wish list. I wish I had enough money. 300 1x8 plates. What are you building?
Yeah, what do you need 300 1x8? Wait, 1x8. Oh, those are not...
Sunita's a much better builder than you, and I say that because she said, thanks. I have only just started mine. but notice that there's not many spare parts.
Yeah.
Aaron says building a city. That's awesome. I've always wanted to build a city, like an actual Lego city.
When we get an actual office,
yeah, like big area and stuff,
we'll get a city.
Okay.
And I will also hang from the ceiling a bunch of ships over your Lego city.
What?
Yes, they're attacking.
That's not okay.
Well, that's the fun thing about attacking. You don't need someone's permission.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Nico Brick says, I'm about to start a BrickLink store. That is awesome. Congratulations. BrickLink is fun. I enjoy it.
If you aren't already, go ahead and join our Discord group. If you want to, I believe we have a channel in there where you can post your store and also ask lots of questions and stuff. So if you're looking for advice, you can find the link down in our description. And there are lots of people there that would be very happy to help you on your journey.
5 says, I once ended up having a 2x10 plate left over. I think that was probably pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 2x10 plate, that's a little bit.
There are a couple pieces of this that creak. So, I'm sure that I've made some pretty major...
errors somewhere.
Major errors.
Mr. Chillslot is back. I thought you had an exam tomorrow. Apparently not.
Go to sleep. When I don't have an exam, I still want to go to sleep, so...
James says I'll get the prize ready tomorrow. James says, when's the challenge going to be done? That's something we'd have to actually plan out for a period of time, so it wouldn't happen anytime soon. But something like that would be kind of fun.
We've been looking for ideas on other content, still Lego, but other content to do. So it's definitely on our list because we've been trying to figure out ideas ourselves, and we were just given one. So
yeah.
That's a pretty serious time investment because we still have a store to run. So
Cynthia, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Aaron asks, what part of the world are you guys in? We are in California, in the United States. Just got the thing from Domino's.
Domino's.
It says, more pizza is always the answer. Order our mix and mash deal today.
Do you want to order their mix and mash deal today?
You know what I hate about Domino's? They act like that thing is special every time. It's where you get 2 medium pieces for it's that normal one.
It's the
normal one. And the thing is, they advertise it like it's brand new every time they say it. And I don't know how long it's been going, but it's not new.
No.
Oh, James says I'll even send a stuffed toy. That's sweet.
Awesome.
That makes it all worth it.
Yeah. And go with the worm. I have a giant one of those worms on a string.
Oh yeah.
It's like 6. It's a little bit taller than me.
Really?
A little bit.
Wow.
And it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Everyone should have one of those. That is another example of my fine impulse decisions.
How much was that?
We don't talk about it.
Oh. James says, how about the spicy food challenge?
Yes.
So
we have been meaning to do that for forever.
Here's something that I've always wanted to start a second channel that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Not to do with Lego, nothing consistent.
Just doing stuff.
Just doing stuff. And that's kind of the things I'd love to do, but the thing is, to get a following on that is so difficult that I just don't think it would ever happen. But yeah, because
we have done it.
There's something called Korean fire noodles,
and we did it. Yeah, we did it off camera.
Paul and I did it. I bought a pack. Actually, I bought 3 packages, and we made one of them, and they're pretty spicy.
They were they here's the thing about them. They actually tasted really good.
The flavor was great,
but the spice made it.
From what I remember, and this was probably this was at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago.
It was pretty quick, pretty soon after I had moved in to the studio.
Then it was definitely at least 2-3 years ago, maybe.
A little bit more than 2.
Yeah. Okay. So over 2 years ago, though. And the problem with this, and from what I remember, is not that it was spicy in your mouth.
It was spicy in your...
Yeah,
your
my
lips.
lips
Yes.
were burning like crazy. That was the worst thing.
And milk did not help.
No, nothing helped. So, but I still have 2 packets. They're sitting in my bottom desk drawer. They've been there for over 2 years now, I guess. They're probably still fine. Maybe
They've
not.
grown
We might
in
need
potency.
we might need to get new ones. But we're trying to get Kyle to do it. That's why I got more. I was like, oh, we need to do
Kyle
this.
didn't bring the stuff.
No.
Kyle has a whole bunch of challenge
We have
stuff.
a few things. It's not challenge stuff, but he got like there's a few things that are just supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
That we. What the? Kyle had like an Amazon gift card. That's what it was. He had an Amazon gift card, and he's like, oh, we should buy some stuff. I was like, okay. And we got like ridiculous stuff on Amazon. And it's all edible, I think. Like you can eat all of it.
At least advertised you can.
Yeah, you maybe shouldn't eat all of it, but 5 says those noodles taste pretty good. Yeah, they did.
I
taste
honestly
pretty good.
wish that I could take the spice.
Yeah, I can usually deal with spicy. To a point.
I can deal with spicy flavor. I cannot deal with like heat, like a lot of heat. I mean, I've gotten a lot better at it. I used to like. Pepper was a bit too much for me when I was little.
Like black pepper.
Yeah, but as I have grown, I have been consuming more and more spicy products.
Good job, Paul.
Thank you. I feel like an adult now.
Fidel says, I've gotten 4 orders. Sorry. He didn't even write the number 4. I just said 4. I've gotten 8 orders so far this month. I'm seeing an increase of orders. Plus, I got 1 more feedback for the other payment methods. You're almost there. I feel like you'll have that 1 more feedback by the end of the month, Fidel. And then you can get that other payment. Do you think your orders are going to increase drastically once you can open up that additional payment method in Mexico over there? Or down there? Or there? I'm just wondering if you think that's going to like drastically change. Aaron says, what are your feelings on off-brand base plates?
I feel like this is a pretty divisive question, and I want to think through my answer. If they are not trying to... See, here's the reason why I dislike Lepin and all of those copycats is because they're actively trying to poach business from LEGO. It's not like Mega Bloks. Mega Bloks competes with LEGO, but at the same time they offer very different products, right? Not that I like Mega Bloks. LEGO is superior. That's why we are a LEGO store. But I don't feel like Mega Bloks has done anything wrong. Lepin and those copycat brands are clearly just infringing on copyright.
Yeah.
With the base plates, you kind of walk a fine line there because they're clearly infringing. You know, they're clearly
Keep going.
copying, LEGO. But at the same time, the base plates are honestly more of like a tool than they are like a whole set.
Yeah.
And like I know at Walmart they sell off-brand base plates in the LEGO aisle.
Yeah, they sell. Yeah, because the truth is it's. I mean, I guess it is off-brand because it's not LEGO, but it's not illegal.
Yeah.
It's not a patented thing that was like.
Well, it's also clearly off-brand, and it's marketed as off-brand.
Yeah, it's not like Lepin where everything is perfectly LEGO on the package except the red logo that says Lepin.
Yeah.
And you could get tricked by it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't say LEGO on the box or anything, obviously, but there are those eBay listings where it'll say like LEGO bricks or whatever, and then you go in the description it says not LEGO but compatible with LEGO or something like that. There's a lot of that actually.
See, I would buy them.
Just as
from I would buy them from an actual brand. I wouldn't buy LEGO, but not LEGO. I would buy I forget what the brand is, but like an actual brand that is admitting that it's not LEGO. So
yeah,
just because those things can be pretty expensive and you need a lot of them,
and they're
pretty
up.
niche. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
that's my opinion on it.
All right, I've missed a lot here.
Now, I do have one last thing to say, and this was something that I believe Chris kind of brought up on a phone call. We had asked him why he does not ever look through any of the reject pieces that he gets from bulk. and he said that he keeps them in a bin because he does not want them to be recirculated.
Yeah, he didn't.
So I would be worried that the off-brand Lego, once it's out of the package, like the base plates and stuff, would end up in those and be cycled as Lego by people that are less than honest. And obviously that's not intended by the brand, but
well, right, and that's the thing with buying used too. You never necessarily know 100% of like if it's actually Lego, because it can be advertised as Lego, and half the time people even listing it maybe don't know that it's not Lego.
Yeah.
You know, they just see buildable bricks and they always assume Lego.
Exactly.
So there's that stuff too. Cabbage Face, welcome to the stream. Mr. Chills says, when I went to Chongqing, China, I ate actual spicy food. I'm really tolerant to spicy food, but there was like everyone 10 times more tolerant. Everyone there was 10 times more tolerant. Son of a Brick says, spiciest I had was the Carolina Reaper chicken. My film teacher in high school loves spicy food.
Yeah.
And he has had like a crazy amount of chicken sandwiches that are like stupid spicy. And I mean like stupid spicy. And I enjoy spicy, but when it gets too spicy that you no longer enjoy the flavor and the food itself, that's where I'm like, okay, I need to less spicy is better.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy spicy and stuff. But
I had not a boss, a supervisor at my previous job who he had the most amazing stories. I don't know how many of them were true, but he had the most amazing stories. And he was talking about how he would go pepper sampling, and like he had this one pepper that was so strong that like he started crying and hallucinating and all this stuff. And I don't know what it was, but it must have been pretty spicy.
Yeah, that's a spicy pepper.
Yeah.
If it's making you hallucinate, I'd say that's a little too much for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cynthia asked, what am I building? I showed you this. This is the Architecture Skyline Paris set. I got a few more of these left to build. A couple more. Actually, 2 more after this, I think, and then I have all of them. And they're all built. James asked for a P.O. Box. We do have a P.O. Box. It's in the description of all our videos. I don't think it's in the description of this stream, but if you go click through any of our recent videos within the past month or 2, we do have a P.O. Box. And if you want to ship us stuff, it is available there. Ben asks a fantastic question. Any plans for more content on Patreon? Yes.
That's a very good question.
We need more content on Patreon.
Yeah. Part of the problem is we don't really know what to do. Maybe we should have thought it through a bit before we opened it.
Yeah.
We probably should have just done the vlogs on Patreon and not uploaded those.
Right.
But it's too late now. If you have any ideas, we would love to hear it, because you guys are, giving us money to get something. It's not just about helping the channel. So yeah, we
definitely do need more on
stuff.
Patreon. What we do is we have a sheet, like a spreadsheet of video things. Really, what we need to just do is create a spreadsheet of Patreon things, and then what date it needs to come out and like things like that. And then obviously we just need to like
and
I
also
think treat Patreon more as this is our social media platform, where if we go to Walmart, let's just take a picture and say, hey, look what we got at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason we didn't do that yesterday. We just need to do that, actually. So, yes,
and also,
Ben and I apologize.
We would love to hear... We also don't necessarily know what you guys are interested in. Like, a lot of people on Patreon, they show more off-business stuff. Is that something that... I can't speak for Evan as to what he's willing to do, but is that something that you're more interested in? Are you interested in doing voice chats? What do our patrons want? We do have a patron chat in Discord that is used occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any ideas for like what you want to see and stuff, you can feel free to say something in there. But we do definitely need to focus more on that.
Question from Toby says, how often do you guys make mistakes on orders? I've had a few pop up recently, inventory mistakes and packing related. I'm trying to figure out how often I should expect mistakes. Recently...
Depends on whether or not Paul is packing.
That's true. Recently, we haven't had many mistakes. Or no mistakes that we've caught, I guess. That's the key.
We did have one with an instruction, but they never reached out to us.
Oh, right. Paul didn't ship an instruction. Forgot about that. Yeah, other than that, I don't actually think there's anything recently. In terms of inventory mistakes, I would say most of what we see in our inventory is before we pick an order. It is when we're either doing a random check for certain drawer numbers, or it's when we are doing, we're adding parts to that drawer and we see that there's 3 in there already, but it says there should be 6 in there or something like that. Or when we're picking an order and it says there should be 5 left and we only have 4 left, or we have 7 left. We can update the inventory there. So we catch a lot of mistakes ahead of when we have to pick them. But I would say even that, a few a month, maybe 5 a month if you count that as a mistake. 5 things where we realize we need to check something. And more often than not, it's a mistake in terms of it says we have none left and we're sold out and we actually still have inventory.
Yeah. It's
rarely the other direction.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a good thing, but it does still mean we have stuff sitting on the wall not listed, which is a waste of the drawer, waste of, everything, so.
Yeah, which is why we had set up a plan to do basically weekly audits, pretty much, of the drawer unit. And we should be more vigilant in that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where you catch a lot of mistakes, I think, is when you go through the drawers and stuff. Cynthia says also more colors. I don't know what that's in reference to. Do you? Also more colors.
No.
I can't figure it out. Aaron says my local bricks and minifigs has their own brand of plates and base plates. Huh. That's pretty cool, actually. But yeah, in terms of base plates, here's the thing. Personally, I would I don't know why. I would probably stick with 100% Lego, I think. And
say that until you start building a Lego city.
Right. That's until it realizes the cost and stuff. But who knows? I don't know. But it's totally up to you, obviously. If it's a brand that people are selling and stuff, that's like a bigger brand, it's not some crazy, Fifth Market like thing or something, then it's probably fine and it'll all click together and it'll actually hold the studs in place and all that stuff. If it's something that's like very clearly like cheap, and you've never heard of this brand, it's not a main brand or anything, I would be concerned a little bit more about like, something not sticking to it. If you can't find it
at a store, I would recommend probably avoiding it.
Maybe, yeah. JustBrick says I'm parting out incomplete minifigures in my store while listening. We've been doing that a lot recently. Actually, not incomplete. Most of them are complete, but we've started to part a lot of figs out instead of listing the figures. We still do list figs, but then we'll like half the figs that we have we'll part out, and the other half we'll sell as a piece. JustBrick says so many cracked arms and torsos. Fidel says I believe it should entice people to order on their own, and that's in terms of having another shipping or another payment method. James says I'm going to send you something spicy. Awesome. James also said I might buy something in the next few minutes. I assume from our store, or something spicy, and then you can send it to us, and we can open it up, and that'd be pretty fun. Cynthia says they have pepper eating contests. Start low and increase. I've seen some of those. Those are wild, like really crazy.
We should. Have we done a actual PO box video, or did we just kind of slip it in?
It was announced at the beginning of something, yeah. But I mean, it's not a video. You know what I mean? Like
no, but I mean, it'd be kind of cool to do. Well, I mean, we already missed Christmas, but maybe as a
that was the idea. Initially.
We missed the store anniversary too.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know.
Mr. Chillsalot reminds us that you can die if you eat food too spicy. So we need to be careful. Sunita says, will you be doing more part out videos with the time lapse if possible, please? Thanks. Yes, I shot one the other day actually. It won't be coming out till the end of this month, but did shoot one the other day, and yeah, there'll continue to be more in the future. Ben, in reference to Patreon, says it would be cool to see some behind the scenes a bit, maybe extra tips, info, maybe even promote some deals, etc., like Walmart's. I'll read and watch anything, both business and non-business. Voice chats with you guys would be awesome. Monthly voice chats would be really cool for like 30 to 60 minutes a month. And Mr. Chiselot says spicy food is actually a deterrent against animals from eating it.
Yeah, the only other species is, I believe it's some breed of small rodent. Squirrels are a rodent, right? Squirrel-like. It's a squirrel-like creature that is one of the only other species that actively seeks out spicy food.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Cynthia says...
I was about to say something completely... I was about to say something Patreon related.
I was talking monthly voice chat. He said business, non-business related. Behind the scenes, extra tips, info, maybe even promote some deals.
Oh, yes. Something that, like, some financial advice channels do for their Patreon. And, of course, if you're taking business tactics from some of those financial advice websites, you need to be a little bit careful. But they will, especially, like, stock trading ones and stuff, they will have basically a chat where people can post their speculation. And you are basically paying for access to that speculation. And of course there it's a little bit more sketchy because it's speculation. But in relation to BrickLink, posting of deals and websites and stuff that we come across
should be Patreon only.
Would be Patreon only.
Yeah.
And you would get access to, basically the reason why you would pay for that is because there's only 10 or 15 people in there.
Yeah.
And so it's way less likely to buy out. So you're paying for that exclusivity, which might be something that we could consider.
We do need to do more Patreon for sure. Fidel said, I had my first mistake. I had the 16 by 16 plates from the Ludo game duplicated, and someone bought 2 from the same color. Refunded a bit with some store credit, and it was fine. Yeah, usually what we do if we have a mistake is I'll refund whatever that part was. Like, let's say we didn't have a piece. I would refund what that part costs, and I'll usually refund the shipping costs as well. Which, then we lose out on the shipping, but in theory, your customer at that point is happy with or content with something.
Something I've noticed is when people have a positive refund experience, they sometimes become more loyal than people who just had a positive experience.
A positive refund experience?
Yeah, if somebody has an issue, and then they have a positive experience in fixing that issue, you're more likely to gain their loyalty than if they hadn't had any issue at all. Sometimes. Some people just want to be better, but...
Mm-hmm. Cynthia was saying in terms of base plates, they have more colors. That is very true. Other brands have a lot more colors. There's only, what? Light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, green, white, blue. That might be it for LEGO.
How much, speaking of base plates, I have some of those really old
the printed ones?
Space ones that have,
with the moon and stuff. I have a few of those too, yeah.
I wonder how much those go for.
Probably not a ton used, to be totally honest. The problem with those is they're actually hard to build with. Like, I would always try to use those as stuff, and it would, like, the moon rock stuff would actually get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sunita says, without the time lapse. I want to do another live stream, I think within the next 2 weeks is my plan. It'll be a Saturday live stream, where I will do a part out party with we're just going to part out, and I'll talk to everyone and stuff. And I think... sometime in the next 2 weeks. Probably 2 weeks from today. Maybe 3 weeks from today is when I have it planned. I don't remember exactly.
No, next week is when I'm supposed to be hopefully finishing.
Right, it won't be next week. It might be 2 weeks or 3 weeks from today. I can't quite remember. But yes, I do have more of those planned as well. Purple Turtles, welcome to the stream. Purple Turtle says, it's been a while since I've been in the live stream. It has been a while. I love your username. I know I've said that before, and I haven't seen you in a while. We haven't done a ton of live streams recently, or within the past no, we started once again in January. Since January, we've been going, I'd say, relatively consistent again. But in December, we slowed down quite a bit. Fidel says, maybe share your Excel template for the store's financial for your patrons. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. The only thing with that is I have to figure out how to export it for...
Isn't it just the numbers?
Well, right, it's in numbers. So if you don't have a Mac, you can't.
You can. I guarantee that there's an export option.
Right. The question is it going to format exactly the same way? Because the thing is, I have categories set for numbers that sort things into months that I know Excel doesn't have, and I wonder how it. I mean, I'll export it and try it. Yeah, but that's a good idea. Funbrick Gracious says, "I'm back. How's it going? It's going well. Paul is on bag number 2 for today. 2 or 3?
2.
2 for today, and I am still on bag 1, but I'm getting close to done with what will be the first building over here." Ben says, "Gotta go for real this time. Take care, and I'll be interested to see how much new interested to see any new Patreon content. Have a good one, all." Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Fidel's. Oh, okay. Mr. Chills a Lot says, "The legendary way to make money on the stock market is buying really cheap way out of the money options for all the money you have, and if you're lucky, you'll never have to work again." Yes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Don't actually. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, great Brick Lab. Chris, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Sunita says, "Looking forward to there's like a reflection to it. I like the videos with no time lapse. I prefer that. Have you got a link for where we can get your grip bags from? Where we can get your grip bag from? Have a link where you get your grip bags from?
Grip is in film? Or
no, that's why I'm thinking grip. But
yes,
grip bags. Oh, are you talking about our little Ziploc bags? Is that what you're talking about? The bags you use to put the Lego parts in. I actually think they're in the description of this video. If not,
they should be in the link of. They should be in the link of a video description.
Not true. If they're not in this video, let me. eBay is going to be your cheapest, so I would recommend eBay. Amazon though has some cheapish ones as well. They're like, you get 1,000 for like $10 or something, so it's like a cent per bag. eBay you can get a little bit cheaper, like 0.8 cents per bag. But the size that we use is 2 by 3, most common size. Second most common is a 3 by 4 bag, and then we use a 4 by 6 bag, and then we have a larger one on top of that as well. Mr. Chillslot says, "I'm gonna go. You'll probably still be streaming when I wake up." Oh, are you waking up in like half an hour? No, probably not. Have a good one, Mr. Chillslot. Thank you. Good luck on your exam. James P says, "Can we DM you on Instagram?" We don't have an Instagram, no. So unfortunately not.
You can DM us on Discord though. Well, you can
join
our
our Discord, and you can talk to us through Discord if you'd like to talk with us. That's a good way to do it.
I mean, if you really want to DM us on Discord, I guess you can, but I may not respond immediately.
Yeah, but that's a good way to communicate with us if needed. James says, "How do I mention?"
Click on someone's username or type it. So you go @ and then you start typing, and it should give you a list of everyone.
Oh, who do I mention? Evan or Paul. I'm Evan.
Yeah.
This is Paul.
You can always mention Kyle, too.
@ just a brick in the bucket. I think it'll ping all of us. So we'll all see the message.
Please don't abuse that, though. It's there so that people can reach us if they need to. But if you ping us once and we don't respond, then we're not going to respond when you ping us the second time. But we can see, if someone pings us, it's not just lost in chat. We can search and go back. Bet you I was just pinged.
Well, I didn't get anything.
Yeah, I was just pinged.
Oh, I got it. Oh, Bubbles and Nick's Bricks. 2 new people to the server. I don't know if you guys are here. I think Nick's Bricks was here. Bubbles, welcome to the stream. Sienna says, "What bag number are you on?"
31.
31. Out of 37?
Yep.
Nice.
He just sent me some extra spicy chocolate.
Chocolate? Diablo dark chocolate? That would be interesting.
Made in small batches.
James is Bubbles. James, welcome to the Discord. Diversion Convidal or something. I don't know. I speak English and I can't do other stuff. Username Diversion says, "Would you recommend a high school junior to start a BrickLink store, or do I have to be 18 in order to do income taxes?" Technically, according to BrickLink, you need to be 18 years old to sell on the platform. You can get around this by having your parents sign up as the seller, and as long as you're not selling like over $20,000 worth of inventory in a year, you're fine. You're not gonna, you don't have to worry about taxes too much. It's a lot easier. If you do sell over that, PayPal then gets factored in and it becomes a little harder. But yeah, if your parents though are willing to sign up and have their name be used, even though you can manage and run the store and do all that kind of stuff, you don't even need to be a legal business if you're not making a ton of money or anything. So.
Well, I mean, technically, you don't need to be a legal business if you're making a ton of money. You're just going to be taxed to all hell for it.
That's true as well, I guess. You can be a business. It's just personal income, though. So
yeah.
But I would I recommend a high school junior star BrickLink store? I would say if you feel that you're actually dedicated and stuff in terms of like you can be responsible with all that kind of stuff, and you'll follow through with it. That's the key, I think. This was something that I think. Well, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people, to an extent, always start something and they're like, oh, we can do it. And then once you get to a point where like you just don't want to, you just slowly fade away from it.
We've done that many times.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So the key, I think, is just making sure that you can.
The earlier you start building businesses, the earlier you will fail the first time. And you want that to be as early in your life as possible. Because when you're younger and you're dealing in terms of $500 and $1,000, that might seem like a lot to you at the time. But if you lose $1,000, really looking at it across your whole life, that's nothing. Now, in your mid-30s, if you're dealing with $100,000 and you lose $100,000, that might affect you for many, many years.
Yeah.
So start a business early and fail early, so that way your next time, when you're dealing with bigger sums of money, you're less likely to fail.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Chris asks, oh wait, sorry. I'll get to you in a second, Chris. Purple Turtle says, I built a Paris set for Christmas and it was an amazing build. Hope you enjoy it. It is pretty fun so far. Actually, it's like these little buildings. I don't know. It'll be out of focus when I hold it too close. But those little buildings there, like there's little trees there. I'll focus on this later, but it's pretty cool. It's a great thing. It's a great little set. Chris says, how has sales been this week? Sales have been pretty good, actually. On top of that, we're up to 3,600 lots, I think. Just under 3,600 lots as of currently, which is pretty good considering a few weeks ago we were not at 3,600. We were at
a little bit less than 3,000.
Less than 3,000. So like 2 weeks ago we were less than 3,000. Obviously, if we were adding used parts, I feel like our lot count would be much higher right now. But we have a little bit of a pile of new, so we're getting through some of that, and then we're going to get into used, and the lot count's going to go up. But I'm
one of these next week. Mm-hmm. We are going to take the time to finish the duffels.
Yeah, no, we need to. Still hopeful for hitting 4,000 lots? 100%. I actually am 100% confident we'll hit over 4,000 by the end of January. I'm hoping we've kind of switched our goal now, maybe 4,500 lots. We're going at a great pace right now. I am 1,000% positive. That's a lot of percent. That we will be over 4,000 lots by the end of January. So that's great. And hoping, just as high as we can. Sienna says, what's the other set you're building? I'm currently building this little not City Skylines, that's a game. Architecture Paris set.
Good game.
The Skyline. It is a great game. I wanted to put the box here, but then you couldn't see what I'm building, so I had to move it off.
Evan, you know what is something that we should play?
What?
SimCity. Can't you co-op SimCity?
I don't know. I have no clue, actually.
Or we should play like Civilization or something, too. I think you would like Civilization. It's like SimCity, except it's a country. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it's not anything like SimCity, but it's a country.
Fidel says, I found some files online to print drawer dividers like the one Rain showed us. I'll try to have some printed, try them, and share some photos. There's a couple of variations that could be useful. We actually just, Rain is sending us a few of them, and if we like them, we might just buy them from her, maybe, because it would almost cost the same amount to get a printer and everything, I think.
Yeah.
In terms of drawer dividers, it'd be cheaper though than buying drawer dividers. We had to use some boxes. We had to cut up the boxes. Oh wow, voice crack there. We had to cut up some boxes, and that worked though. It just wasn't. Why does this not seem right? Oh, I see. Never mind. I fixed it. But we cut up some Minecraft boxes from a Minecraft set, and it worked well. It's a pretty cool building. Sunita says, are there any sets you're looking to get and build?
All of them.
All of them? There's a lot.
Immediately,
There's
I
a
know
lot.
you want the Coliseum.
The Coliseum is on my list. It probably won't happen though, just because I don't think I have a place to put it. Which kind of sucks, but it's okay. I mean,
I don't
also
know. I avoid looking at Lego.com unless I'm looking for sets to purchase for the store, because otherwise I end up buying something. So, you know, if I'm not holding the store card, then I'm not allowed to go on Lego.com. You know, maybe I just shouldn't be allowed to go on Lego.com then. After this, I think I'm going to get started on rebuilding my personal collection, which is something I have been saying I'm going to do for months, years, decades. I don't know about decades, but years.
A while though, yeah.
And, I have a few sets that I want to do. I might do a poll to see what people want to see built first.
Fun Brick Creation says I have that set too, and I assume you're talking about this set, because I know you have this set. Chris says, yeah, you can do that. The duffels should be able to take in... Wait, the duffels would be some to take in chunks. That way you can feel the accomplishment in steps. Great idea. And let's just do it all at once. Sit down for like a whole day.
The duffel is pretty much done. I think there's 1 pound
it's
left.
sorted, yeah. It just needs to be cataloged.
Yeah.
So I guess that's... We're halfway there.
But honestly, I think it would be way nicer not to do it in chunks. Like not upload it in chunks.
Oh, not upload in chunks?
Yeah, upload it all at once so that you
make...
see that number go up.
True, that'd be interesting. The truth is, there's a decent amount of lots there, but I don't know how many there actually are. There's a ton of... hello, David. Welcome to the stream. There's a ton of quantity over there.
Yeah.
The lot count is
not
up.
as
It's
high
gonna
as
help
I would
us,
expect.
But, well, it's because it came from Lego and it's all half pick a brick wall. It kind of makes sense, I think.
Half mega block.
Half mega block. Doug found some mega block in his. Yeah, but you can feel it. Yeah. Maybe we'll. I don't know. We'll see what we do with that. I want to make a video on that as well. The process and the actual outcome.
I think
of that,
that's why it's been sitting.
That is partially why it's been sitting. The truth is, making videos, like, while it's enjoyable and stuff, it makes the whole process of stuff take so much longer, and it's just like, ugh. Like, I want to part out all these sets, but, you know, I gotta film a video for one of them, so we'll just sit in the corner and we'll be there for 2 years. Fidel says, one of my dream sets is the Grand Carousel from 2009, but it's expensive. That was a really cool set. I wanted that when it came out and stuff. Really cool set. Never got it. Wish I'd gotten it. Wish that would have been a really cool one. Lewis says, hey, love the channel. In one of the live streams, you mentioned buying the Akro-Mils in bulk, but they were the same price as used on Amazon. Why didn't you go with new and where you can buy in bulk? Good question. I think the main reason was because we would have had to purchase them in bulk, and then we would have had, like, it would have been one massive purchase versus some smaller purchases over time. So, let's say, I don't remember what the price would have been, but, am I in the way?
Yeah, I think so. Gray 1x1 with a... Yep, here we go.
So the reason we didn't purchase it in bulk was just because we would have essentially had to spend, I don't remember what the number was, but let's say $1,500 all at once on drawers versus $400 on drawers, and then the other $900 or $1,100 on inventory to fill those drawers. So it was just financially not worth it. If it was cheaper, we probably would have gone with the wholesaler.
My dad says, why don't you guys get shirts? It would look cool. Also, something to sell.
Yes, we've thought about merchandise. But yeah, that's why we didn't do the drawers in the wholesale, because it wasn't actually cheaper, and we would have had to put a lot more money in initially, which wasn't really worth it.
Bubbles says,
yes,
Paul, I've just ordered you 2 very spicy items from Amazon.com. Claims it will arrive on January 19th.
Oh, they're going to our P.O. box.
Yeah.
Sweet. Bubbles.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Or James. You're actually James, but your thing is Bubbles.
Thank you for those super chats again, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for the super chats.
I think that's the most we've ever gotten in one stream.
From one person, yeah. Definitely. Paul says, hey guys, started my own store 4 days ago inspired by you guys. Got some...
Paul says?
Paul. This is Paul.
Okay.
Paul says, hey guys, started my own store 4 days ago, inspired by you guys. Got some used and new, 5,000 parts in 500 different lots. What number of orders should I expect? Should I expand a bit more? Nice videos, by the way. Love it. First of all, congratulations on opening your BrickLink store. That's awesome.
Congratulations on having a great name.
Paul, yeah. You know what? Have we met any Evans? I don't know.
Yes, we have Evan from Vaughn's.
Oh, right? Evan from Vaughn's, yeah. And then there's some Kyles as well. Okay, we've met everyone. But I would say, yeah, expand as much as you want to. With 5,000 parts and 500 lots, I would probably say...
get more lots.
I would expect maybe 1 to 2 orders a week, or 1 order a week. That would probably be what I would say, but I'm not entirely 100% sure on that. I don't remember what I was getting when I was doing this. Part of it's going to be what pieces you have, you know, and what the prices that you're selling it at. If you were selling it, for example, at the last 6 months sales average, you're going to get less than if you listed a little bit lower. You'll probably, what I would say is keep building the store as you go. So as you make a sale, put that money right back into the store. Don't pay yourself yet. And we're very close to the point where we're going to start paying ourselves in terms of profit instead of just putting money back into the store. We're probably just a few months away from that. We do have to figure out how, like, our growth right now and at what pace we need to continue growing. But I would say for you, if you enjoy it, keep growing the store, and that over time will just lead to more sales. But congratulations once again. David says, are you eventually going to have drawers on the other side of the wall behind you? Yes. We actually have some drawers. They're in storage right now. We have some other drawers as well. We just don't have them on right now, partially because they make the room about 6 to 7 inches smaller. And in addition to that, we don't have enough to fill up the whole wall, and that would bother me if we only have like a third of the wall filled up. We also don't need the drawers yet. So once we do need the drawers, those will be put up. Actually, they'll probably be put up in the next
you just gotta
2 weeks.
Text, by the way.
Thank you. They'll probably be put up in the next couple weeks. Probably beginning of January or February. Kaylee just told me to look at the text. I texted you back. Get a gallon of paint. David says, I would buy a Just a Brick in the Bucket hat or a running gear hat. People seem to want running gear hats, too.
Yeah, it's very
interesting.
You know, it'd be very funny because, you know, they're not doing a lot of business right now because of the current state of things. It'd be very funny if you just turned into a merchandise.
Merchandise, yeah, interesting.
The film company that doesn't do any film.
Yeah. Paul says, hi, name buddy.
Thank you.
Fidel, how many different individual drawers do you have, and how many of them are still empty? I'm just trying to do some calculations for an upcoming store expansion. We currently have 3,480 drawers, I think, empty. One sec.
That one was very loud.
Of those 3,200 or 3,400 something, I would say about close to 1,000 of those drawers. Yeah, 1,000 of those drawers are empty, and most of them aren't even stickered yet. They don't even have the barcodes and stuff on them. I just did a lot today. I actually did like 300 more drawers today, almost. So we're getting there, but we do not have.
All of our drawers.
What am I saying? Yeah, no, our drawers are not full. I don't know where I was going with that. And we can fit. I expect to be able to easily fit 7,000 lots in what we have here right now. Not on this side of the wall, just in the amount of drawers we currently have hung up. The drawers right here that were on the other side of this, you could see through. I took down because we had dividers on the back of them, and someone in a video pointed out that we still had dividers, and I was like, oh, cool, thanks, and I took them down. So we have more dividers now, which is great. But yeah. Lots of drawers, lots of empty right now. Purple Turtle says 1.4 thousand used lots. Need to order some more bins because the used takes up so much space. Yeah, used. So I mean, personally, I wouldn't say there's a problem with combining multiple lots in the same drawer or bin or whatever with used. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. James asked, do you like Pizza Hut?
Domino's is our pizza.
I would say Domino's is my choice, but I don't dislike Pizza Hut. I don't think I really.
We don't really ever get Pizza Hut.
No,
it's always Domino's.
It's because Domino's is just, I think it's more conveniently located.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should try something else sometime instead of Domino's. We do get Domino's is just it's cheapish, relatively cheap, and it's not terrible. It's decently tasting and it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Actually, it's very quick.
They have the Brooklyn style crusts, which I like.
Oh yeah, and Paul likes the really thin crust. Though there was this place in Costa Mesa. Was it?
I was not there.
No, but it's really good. It's like a small pizza restaurant, and it's got the Chicago deep dish pizza. It's Chicago deep dish pizza, and I mean it is like amazing. So good.
You've never been to Chicago, have you?
No, I haven't. But this place is stunning. And yeah, really, really, really good. The amount of sauce in there and the cheese, I mean, it is amazing. I haven't been many places that have like incredible pizza or anything, I would say, but
we got to go to Chicago because I've been to the restaurant that's the home of Chicago deep dish. Mm-hmm. I was very little, so I don't actually remember whether I liked it at the time, but I remember that it was very good.
What? I don't think that worked. I don't remember if I liked it, but it was very good.
Well, I have a memory of very much liking haggis in Ireland. Uh-huh. So my memories may not exactly be accurate.
You don't like haggis?
I don't know. I haven't had it again since. But now I know what it is.
So now you might not like it because you know. That's the problem.
I don't know. I'll eat pretty much anything, to be honest. So
your dad corrected, said Scotland. Scotland.
What did I say?
I think you said Ireland? I don't know what you said. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Funbrick Creations, we'll go back to chat here, says, I would buy merchandise. Samia says, have you made a video of how you consolidate your Lego pieces? Yes, I made a long one, I made one of them a very long time ago. Probably could make another one, like an update one to that. David says, some new lady started working at the storage unit place I keep my store in, and she said we need to charge extra for the electricity I use. Apparently I'm not supposed to be there that often. Dang. Hopefully it's not like a lot. But yeah, I think technically you're not supposed to run
a business
out of... Or I think you can, you just can't have it as the address. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Have you ever thought about like parting out at home and then going to the store? Or then bringing it there? We did that, actually, when we were in the storage unit at the beginning of last year in January.
But we only did it once or twice.
Only did it a couple times before we moved here. But yeah, we did do that. We would go...
Right, that was when we were doing like 1 billion of those poly bags.
Yeah, we would part it out, we'd bring them with us, and then we'd part them out, put them in the drawers. We'd even type in the remarks in the drawers. Didn't have a barcode scanner at the time. And type in the remarks and stuff, and then stuff we already had in the inventory, we would just put a little piece of paper in that drawer that said the drawer that it belongs in, and then when we took that bin of drawers back to the storage, we just poured them in the drawers and stuff. I could see that being problematic if you're doing that very often, and you go there and you're like, oh, this drawer doesn't actually have this piece in it, and then you don't remember because it's like all not.
Yeah.
It could be it. Wow, you got a lot going on over there. Where do you get the stickers for the bins? Asked the Brick Room. We get them from Amazon. They are Avery labels. I think they're 6. I have them over there. Let me check the number.
Bubbles says, order that pizza he just described. That was from 2 minutes ago. I don't know if there's a deep dish place around here.
6873 is the Avery mailers that we use, or the Avery label. Oh, wait. Just kidding. This is not that. I think it's 522 something. I don't know. It's not this one. Hold on. Yeah.
Builder Buds. I don't know if you're here or
5267. This is the one we use to label our drawers. They're like the perfect size. They're Avery labels 5267. Ours are laser printer. You can get the same size ones for like an inkjet printer though, and they're perfect. Okay. James says, order Domino's with my super chat. It wouldn't arrive in time. That's the problem. Because I also don't want to eat and build, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, especially greasy. Not pizza.
Yeah, exactly. True. I guess you could eat something that's with a fork or something. James says, you look hungry. I am hungry. You're right. Too. I am hungry. Definitely. Just Bricks used to work at Domino's in Lancaster. Delivery driver.
I used to work at C Pizza. Don't.
Oh, the Brick Room says, where do you get the sticks for the bins? I couldn't find any that stayed on. And then Chris said, agree with the Brick Room. My labels are peeling. Our labels don't really peel off. We've torn a couple off on accident, not purposely, but they don't peel off. Like the sticky stays sticky. These, Avery, 5267. They work quite well. Interesting. I haven't. Yeah, ours definitely stay on. We've only. Well, no, actually. No, my drawers over there have been labeled for like 5 years. The ones in the gray containers, and those are still sticking on. So they must be good.
Evan, before I forget, one of my parents asked me to ask you. The fan that used to be up there, is it still up there?
Yeah, that's why you hear it right now. That's why I reminded you.
Okay, yeah.
The ceiling makes it
so there
much
you go,
quieter.
Dad. It is still installed and it does still function.
Yep. I know, it just recently got hot enough again, like randomly. Yesterday was the first day I think it turned on.
Yeah.
And it actually turned on again. Just because I averaged around $3.50 to $4 per delivery. How many were delivering an hour? One night I was awful and I averaged 95 cents a delivery. That's not good. Funbrick Crease says, I'm not sure if you already answered this before when I asked, but do you use Avery website or Word template when making your labels? I didn't know at the time that you could use the Avery website. I would totally say do that. That's the simplest way to do it. I instead, I didn't use Word. I used Pages, which is the Apple equivalent of Word, but I made my own template and made it fit and stuff because I was stupid and didn't realize they had a template. But yeah, I would just say use the Avery one. There's no, I mean, it should work. It's literally made for their labels. So if it doesn't work, they're doing something quite wrong. Plus what size labels per, plus what size labels per page. Yeah, I think I might have answered that. It's these. These are 1/2 by 1 3/4 inches. You get 80 labels per sheet. And it comes with like 2,000 labels in there.
What?
Just Brick says, I got my classic sets finished, parted out. Nice, nice. Classic sets are, something about classic sets that just makes them not fun. Yeah.
They seem to take forever.
They seem to take a while, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Chris says he wants a warehouse so bad.
You know, we wanted a
you're
warehouse
close,
for a long
Chris,
time.
I think.
Yeah.
Like you're actually. I have to make 4 of these. These are taking me forever. Yeah, Chris, I feel like you're there almost. Like you're at the level of warehouse needs or necessity. I mean, especially considering like half of your house is like BrickLink. Like not directly the store, but like storage or whatever it is. You're like you need a place. How does your wife feel about all
That's
that?
what I was about to
I'm
ask.
wondering, like, because I know for a fact if, like, I brought BrickLink in the house, Kaylee would not be okay with that. It would not go well.
Didn't she tell you?
She told me.
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
Yeah, one of the rooms in the house I have is my office, and which, like, right now I'm not going to use a ton, but once I get back to, like, having to edit and stuff, I'll use it. But I was told no BrickLink in the house, period. So we will get a warehouse once we're out of this garage because there's no going in the house.
Yeah. We could always just move to the warehouse and then move the stuff in here.
Yeah, we could rent a second house. Sunita says, I have watched your 7-hour live picking orders and see how you would use the smallest bag there. Would be easier to put the bag you have used that has room. So I think I read that wrong. But I understand what you're saying. We're trying to save bags, yes.
Okay.
We're trying to save bags with what we're doing. But yeah, we have various bag sizes. David says, I asked the original person I signed the lease with, said it was totally cool, and as long as I didn't leave anything running while I wasn't there, it was fine. Yeah, that makes sense too. Because, like, their electricity bill, I mean, you're probably averaging out the people that never go there, like, are never there. For you, who's there all the time, there's probably a good average in there, and they're still not, you know. I'm sure they're charging enough for storage, and they're not losing money because you happen to be spending a little bit of extra time there. But who knows?
I mean, we charge for standard shipping.
Right, that's true. We charge for standard shipping because
and that way equals out.
And it totally, yeah. I mean, yeah, same idea, I guess. Chris asks, would you guys like to be on Brick Nanigans again? Yeah,
absolutely.
That'd be fun.
Just not tomorrow. Is it every Saturday? So sorry,
Friday.
today is Saturday.
Today
every
is Saturday.
Friday. Yeah, not yesterday.
David said 6 a.m. Bricknanigans for Jab at B. Yes. Brick. We did that two weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we were on an episode with them, and that was cool. And we were up pretty early, and we were parting out a small set. James says you should make a custom Lego part out bucket to sell. That'd be cool.
Maybe we should just get into the drawer business.
I know. Honestly, Akro-Mils, like, I mean...
we support a decent amount of their business.
Yeah, Akro-Mils, like, well, yeah.
Do you think we could get a sponsorship?
No.
Because I bet you we push a lot of business their way.
Yeah.
Maybe not a statistically significant amount of business.
Right, that's the problem.
But, like, maybe enough for an affiliate.
Maybe. Adventure says, do you get more orders if you start a new store and don't have any fees? Because I just started one with 9,000 parts and 1.4 thousand lots. Thanks for the great informative videos. I would say try to avoid fees if you can. Or if you do have any fee, make sure the buyer knows and understands that there is a fee. If they don't know there's going to be a fee and you go through the checkout process, you do get frustrated when all of a sudden it's like $12 more than you thought it was going to be. Because like there was this packing fee and a materials fee and a labor fee and all the weird fees or something. So I would say try to not have any fees. The only fee that we have is a minimum order fee. So I know I've explained this a ton, but if you don't purchase a certain amount of money worth in our store, we add a fee. And that's just to make sure that it's worth us packing this order that is 1 cent. That fee pays for what it needs, like the labor of that 2 minutes to pack that 1 cent order or whatever. That's the only fee we charge, and it's pretty clear on our terms page that if you don't purchase the high enough amount, there's going to be a little fee. People seem to be okay to pay for that if they only want one part. It would actually be more cost effective for them to just go buy additional pieces because they're being charged for that anyway. But that is what a lot of people do. They just want one part or whatever it is. Other than that, I would try to stay away from fees. BrickLink does not allow you to charge PayPal fees, so make sure you're not doing that. Honestly, just factor your fees into your shipping cost, and your shipping costs, just raise that a little bit. I think most buyers would be much happier to
see one fee that's a bit higher than a billion fees.
Exactly, yeah.
That are low.
They'd prefer to pay a little bit more for that shipping.
Yeah.
Than to see. Now, obviously, they don't get a choice, but I do. There are definitely people who will leave a store because all of a sudden they realize there's like 10 fees tagged onto it. Actually, Brickstar just did a video on this pretty recently. That was, he bought something from a seller and he had all these fees on this. It was like maybe 2 weeks ago now. And obviously, Brickstar was a little upset and stuff from that, which I think understandably. When you go to a store, you expect what price you see, to an extent with shipping and tax. That's pretty much the price you expect to pay.
Yeah.
So avoid fees, in my opinion. Yeah, so David said you should just sell buckets on your BrickLink store. Then people can get a brick to put in the bucket. Once we have a website, like I feel like
sell
custom
not
items.
Lego stuff.
Yeah. They took once Lego purchased BrickLink, it became a little more strict in terms of what you could actually list and stuff. Even like you can no longer list like spray painted pieces that were Lego. So no custom colors or anything either. Just Brick says, I'm thinking of adding a shipping option that would include my Just Brick sticker for $1 more. Think that makes sense.
See you can't sell stickers, can you? Because that's a custom item.
Technically, it's not listed though. It's
okay.
included in the shipping.
Oh yeah.
I would say, does it think that makes sense? I think it makes sense. I think $1. I think you got to be careful in terms of if BrickLink catches you. Not that they're gonna like shut your store down forever, but they will shut your store down. Like Pops, his store was shut down not too long ago because he had a link to his YouTube channel on his BrickLink page because it was going to another outside source or something. So his store was closed down for like 2 days, sometime back last year. I don't remember when it was, but yeah. So you do have to be a little bit careful, but it's a cool concept, I would say. Like I think it's a cool concept. James says, can you build a UCS version of the Razor Crest?
I mean, I'm sure a mock exists. I don't think that there is an official UCS one.
No, there is not. We'd have to do
a mock.
Yeah. Which I'm not good at.
Yeah.
Funbird Creation says, I meant pages, LOL, but we use Word and Pages, yeah. Yeah, I would just say you do it online, but it's totally up to you. It only took a few minutes to do the sheet. I just printed out some test things, held the paper up to the labels, and like held up to the light so you can kind of see through the lines and stuff, and after that it was fine. Fidel says, if there's no LEGO deals near me, nor online, what would you recommend to do? Just try to get the best part out value possible, or hold the money indefinitely? I would probably say hold the money and then go towards the used market. I wouldn't lower your margins just because you can't increase your inventory. I don't think that's going to be worth it in the long term. Excuse me. And you might have, like, later on, you might have a crazy opportunity where you now can spend that $1,500 that you just saved all of a sudden right now. So I would say do something more along the lines of that. Caleb says, if you're an incorporated business, why don't you buy LEGO at commercial rates instead of retail rates? You can't do that because what we're doing is not reselling LEGO, like the sets. Like, we're not an authorized LEGO reseller is really what the issue is. So we can't go to LEGO and be like, hey, can we have X, Y, and Z sets, and we're going to sell them? Because we're actually doing something to them. We're opening them, and we're processing them like this, and then we are selling the parts separately. So we can't do that. In addition to that, with LEGO, you need purchases. I think I read something where you need to make like a minimum of like a $50,000 purchase with LEGO before they even consider to give you the whatever rates they give to like Walmart and Target and stuff. So it's just, I don't think it'll ever happen for BrickLink if you're a BrickLink store, just because LEGO is not going to look at that and be like, oh, that's cool, you can do that. They're going to look at you as someone who's taking their inventory and altering it, I guess. So I don't think that would happen. But now, it's a good question. We've thought about it, though.
But now that they own BrickLink, while I still would not expect them, there is a more remote possibility that there would be some way, probably not the same rates, but to maybe somehow purchase.
Right. The problem is just the volume from them. You need to spend like $50,000, and I don't think most BrickLink stores, you know, let alone like have $50,000 laying around, or could even process $50,000 worth of inventory in an amount of time that would make sense to spend that, or take out some sort of loan or something to actually do that. Because you have to think about all the labor. I mean, and the space you need for storage of inventory, and then storage of inventory after processing. I mean, it's a lot. So, yeah. James, have a good evening. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, different James. Welcome. Funbird Creation says, I'm so far confined to part of my bedroom for BrickLink. Yep, that was me until I moved to a storage unit, and then now we're in this garage until we can move to a warehouse. The truth is, we have a lot of space in this garage if we rearrange some stuff. So if that's what we come to,
somehow moved YouTube into another area, you know, or if we somehow moved parting out into a new area and just had this be storage, we could fit.
Yeah, we can actually fit a lot more. Even just a different arrangement of stuff, we can do a lot more. So we can grow in here for sure. So I'm not terribly concerned about like the next year or two or whatever. Obviously, if we can't, that's a good thing actually.
Yeah.
If we do rearrange this and we're making too many sales and too many orders and stuff that we can't fit in this garage, that's a pretty good problem to have. I feel like at that point we should be able to afford a warehouse of some sort to do it. Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're doing something pretty wrong.
Yeah, something's very inefficient. Sunita says, did you... Oh, wait. Oh, Sunita said, yeah, when you use the small bags, you put them in a larger bag so they don't get lost. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, that's not what I read, but now we're cleared up. She also asked, are you planning to get the new Ninjago set? 71741.
We just talked about it earlier today.
I assume that's 71741. I assume is the garden one. Yeah, City Garden.
All kinds of not right.
It's a pretty cool set.
It's a pretty cool set. I'm not really in a financial state to purchase any more LEGO right now. So maybe. I want to save up to do some traveling once COVID has kind of calmed down a lot. I want to go somewhere international and kind of do backpacking and stuff for a couple months. That's kind of my spending goal, along with just being able to afford groceries. So,
it's a good goal.
Yeah. Well, the travel is a bit more important than being able to afford groceries.
Okay.
So my priorities are right.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that I won't buy it. So. But the next set that I'll probably be building is going to be something from my collection when I was a kid that has been broken down into a bag. So there will still be building stuff.
David West did say you had a point in terms of he brought Akro-Mils because of us. So.
Yeah. Well, because usually when someone posts it's on sale, I mean, this could just be because it's going on sale, but someone in our Discord posts it's on sale, and then pretty soon it's out of stock.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the correlation is them posting it or it going on sale, but I bet you that we do contribute, some enough for an affiliate, maybe not enough for a sponsorship. Because with a sponsorship, they just give you money. With an affiliate, you have to, they give you a percentage.
The problem would be tracking that because you just use Amazon affiliates. Because we send everyone through Amazon. Akro-Mils themselves don't actually sell the units. They go to wholesalers or distributors and stuff. So
true.
It's not quite like Lego if you think of it that way.
I bet you there's still a way to get that tracking data, though. I just don't know how.
There's a lot of chat here. And, Just Brick says Brickstar didn't actually order from that seller. I know the seller that he was talking about as I had ordered from them before. Interesting. Okay. I thought he did order from that seller.
1 by 3. Oh, there we go.
Wow, that's awesome, Chris.
What happened?
Well, I don't know if I should say it. I'll let you read it. But he said don't tell anyone yet.
Okay.
So I can't tell anyone. If you're just listening to the stream, you're going to have to go read through the chat to see what Chris said because I'm not allowed to tell anyone.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome, Chris. Funbreak Creation says I only charge postage now and nothing else. Orange Bricks, welcome to the stream. Says, hey, I'm new. We are currently building stuff. Paul is working on the Hogwarts Castle, and I am working on this Paris set. The Architecture Skyline Paris set. Pretty cool little set.
The use of lock here.
James says the delay with the messages. The delay with the messages when you send something is only like 4 seconds. We lowered the time. The problem is me getting to your message in the chat, like log.
Yeah.
It's not actually any like delay between what I'm saying. David says, do you ever feel guilty getting a really cool deal on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist? Got a steal recently, and the lady I bought it from said, I'm glad they'll be played with again. Kind of felt bad, but hey, eventually they'll be played with after I sell them. That's true. Yeah, I do kind of feel bad a little bit, yeah.
Well, we've never really had a situation where we are buying something I guess a little bit. We've never actually done it, but where we're in the Lego aisle and you see families with kids.
Yeah.
And they don't really stop in the aisleway. And I hope we're not, getting them to leave. If I had a bunch of Lego in my hand and someone was like, "Oh, could I get that for my kid?" I think I would probably give it to them.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many people don't bother asking. But they wanted it because they assume we're not, you don't immediately think business, right? You assume buying it for themselves, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, that's something too, since we're not buying yesterday we went to Walmart and we got some sets, but we didn't buy everything on the shelf. We just bought a few of some sets that were on sale and stuff, or that were worth parting out. So that was part of it. That's a little different now too. We're not actually going and just putting your arm in the shelf and walking down the aisle with the cart and it all scoops into your cart, because we're trying to get that lot count up and spend money.
And it's a lot harder to find 3 times now than it was.
Right. There was very,
year.
very little clearance for us. Nowhere near what people are finding. I think it's just because we're in Southern California and...
okay. I'm going to show this off. It has been a while. Okay,
drop it.
So we've kind of started on the front here. I will say something I do like about this set. It has a bunch of it. Is these kinds of like off-grid bits like this bridge here that are like locked in place, but they're just adding some non-squareness to it, which I kind of like. We've also started on some glass up here, but we're still not close to. Well, I mean, I guess we're getting pretty close to being done, but
yeah, you actually are close.
Yeah,
like in terms of what you've done.
It's just so big. Like looking at this, honestly, being on video doesn't really like capture the size of it.
Well, it's also half off the screen, and your water bottle's in the shot.
The water bottle's for scale. Although the water bottle should be at the same place in the field.
Yeah.
For scale.
I'm so behind on all this chat. I'm so
Stop
sorry,
building.
But I need to build.
Okay.
It's important. Fidel says, what do you think about a 50-cent fee for any purchase made with other payment methods, or would that deter people from my store? I would say... That might be close enough along the lines of the charging a PayPal fee that you probably don't want to do that. It's not really allowed. But like Chris says, I charge a $1 fee for all sales under $15. I would do something more along that line, where you're not necessarily, because like, and with our shipping costs, same idea. If they ship to California, or sorry, if we're shipping to California, it's cheaper than if we're shipping to New York. But we charge the same price, and that's because when you average out the sales, you match or meet at a number in the middle where you're still making money, but you're not like making a ridiculous amount of money on shipping, and you're definitely, you don't want to be losing money. So I would find something where you can find that medium number in there, where if they're using a different shipping method and it costs you more money, you just charge a little bit more for everyone's shipping, so you're not like charging fees for certain people, if that kind of makes sense. I would just start charging a fee for everyone in a way. But don't tell them it's a fee. Just factor it into your shipping costs is what I would do. And Chris says, no need to feel guilty, David. It's a free market. That is true. Thanks for answering my question about bulk drawers. Where were you looking to buy them in bulk? I can't seem to find them anywhere online. It's some wholesaler. I feel like it starts with an M. I don't know. I would. Let me. I guess I can scroll through our email real quick and check. I don't remember. But something wholesale or Midwest Wholesale Container, I think is where. Yeah, Midwest Wholesale Container is the place I looked. It didn't end up being worth it once it went on sale at Amazon. This chat doesn't scroll well either. Messinos is back. Welcome back to the stream. Do you guys have any sets sealed to invest in? I don't have. Oh, I have a couple of the 20th anniversary Star Wars sets. Other than that, I don't have any sealed sets. I don't think that I'm like investing right now. And do you? You don't have anything sealed, do you?
No.
Cynthia says, have you got any goal for how many pieces or lots you want to have in your store this year? We didn't set a goal in terms of
annually,
but we've been setting incremental goals as we continue. The goal for the end of January is 4,000. That's our hard goal. I personally want to try for 4,500, but we did talk about doubling all of our numbers in terms of sales, orders, parts, lots. I guess we could double those numbers. The truth is 6,000 lots is still not enough lots.
Yeah.
Not even close. So I would say we need to like quadruple that number at least, and 12,000 lots maybe by the end of the year would be cool. Which will get difficult. As you get more lots, I think it gets... Stop stealing my pieces. I think it gets more difficult.
Here, I've got lots of pieces to trade you.
Lots of pieces you're not supposed to have.
Oh no, this is our first sticker of the day coming up.
But yeah, we're going to have increment... Oh, you haven't any stickers yet?
Not
Incremental
yet.
goals, and 4,000 lots is our goal for January. James P. says, just build a warehouse in your backyard.
The cat would not be happy.
But I want a backyard.
You don't want Rocky to kill you in your sleep. He likes his heating pad a lot.
Rocky loves his new bed, yeah. Loves it.
We have an outdoor cat. Correction. There's an outdoor cat that adopted us. And the previous renters of the house built him a house out back. Like, it's actually, literally a house.
It's a house, it's a large dog house is what it is.
But, like, it has shingles.
Well, in addition to that, it's actually too big to remove from the backyard.
Yes, it doesn't.
It was built in the backyard, and it does not fit through the house, around the house. It would have to go over the house.
Yeah.
We'd have to get a crane to get this little cat.
But, like, the roof opens up so that you can, like, go inside and clean. It's pretty
cool,
fancy.
actually, yeah.
But the cat used to always sleep right next to the dryer exhaust in order to try and get the warmth from when we ran the dryer.
Oh, no, he wouldn't sleep there when the dryer... It was only when, like, at nighttime because it was colder outside, but there was a little bit of airflow coming from the inside of the house.
Yeah, but anyway, we decided to buy him an outdoor heating pad, and that's just where he goes now, so...
Yeah, he loves it. He gets plugged in every night, and it's in his little cat house, which was moved away from the house just in case it catches on fire. Gotta be safe there. But he likes that heating pad. Oh, because in the instructions it said...
Oh, yes. Beware of charcoal flavor.
Yeah, it said unplug if discover of any charcoal flavor or something like that. And we figured if we char our cat, we need to push
it away from the house.
Do it away from the house, yeah. Aaron, have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Do you have any idea where I put my
Just Brick says, we know the Akro's going out of stock is really just Doug. Did you hear he has 120 units? That is insane. We have like 40, I think. No, we don't even have that many. I don't know.
Doug is just insane. So.
Doug's crazy, yeah. He's spending a lot of money right now. Zachary says, I personally sold around $5,000 worth of sealed sets this year and made around $2,500 profit, which I think is pretty good. I've only invested for 2 years. It's a waiting game, so parting out is nice too. The thing with, I guess, like, sitting on sets is it's obviously not a job.
Can you handle chat alone?
I probably not, but I'll try. This can be like a job. You know, this can be a year-round thing where it'll fluctuate and stuff, but overall you should be able to maintain it and, like, in theory, can have a paycheck from it. I would say investing in sets is definitely more of like an annual type thing. It's how much money you make per year, not like you can say every 2 weeks I'm going to get a paycheck. So, but yeah, you can make money investing in sets too. And it's a good, like, the smart thing with that, I guess, is you don't have to, there's very, very, very little labor involved. You just have to buy the set, store it in a safe place, and then at some point list that set for a price and then ship it and you're done. You know, and over the course of 2 years, that's like no work. So that is pretty cool. And there's definitely money to be made there, and there's a lot of people that do that. James P. says, does YouTube take a cut of the super chats you get? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know obviously they take a cut of the ads that play. I have no clue about super chat actually. I'd have to look that up. I'm not sure. Fidel says Menards. It wasn't Menards, it was the Midwest container thing. Funbreak Creation says, are the new road plate sets worth getting to part out? That's a good question. I have no clue. I haven't looked at those or anything yet. I would assume probably not, though. Just because, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Fidel says, I have some Bespin Duel and some 90s Lego I found very cheap as Lego investments. Bespin Duel is a good set. And I feel like holding on to that is going to be smart. Funbreak Creations, great progress on both sets. Thank you. I appreciate that. Paul is getting there. He's got a... Does this move? No. He's got a lot to do, but he's very close. It's pretty cool, actually. This is a cool set. Never would have been a set that I would have purchased. Like, it was always cool and I always wanted it to have it, but it was like, I've never been into Harry Potter, really. I would much prefer like the Millennium Falcon or something, the big one, or like the Star Destroyer, something like that, over this one. But this one's actually really cool, and I'm glad Paul purchased it, not me, but I can see it at least. and like enjoy the build. It's pretty cool. Funbrick Creation says, my goal this year is to get 100 sales, and not sure how many parts. It depends on the space I have, because I may be moving at the end of the year. Cool. James P says, how about 100,000 lots by 2022? That is not going to happen. No one on... I don't even know if there are 100,000 unique LEGO parts. There probably are not, actually. That's a lot. But yeah. Chris says, we have been learning that with high lot count, there are more opportunities for mistakes, too. Which, I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, that concern comes with that, too, I guess. With high lot counts, there are more opportunities for more mistakes. Which makes sense, because you just have... You have more inventory. Actually, it create however many, like every time you add one new lot, you add an opportunity for a lot more mistakes. Because if you have 1,000 pieces of the same piece, you can really only make one mistake with that piece. If you have 10,000 different pieces, you can make 10,000 different mistakes with each piece. So yeah, that actually makes sense. Fidel says, if someone reaches 100,000 lots, it's going to be Doug. I agree. Paul is stickering, so we're not going to talk to him. Funberg says, I also meant to say there are Minecraft sets good to part out, too. We've parted out one Minecraft set, and that was within the past week, and I think that's the only one we've done.
I always check them. Because I always pick them up to try and convince myself to buy them.
Right. They don't seem to go on sale near us, and they're usually pretty basic parts, because Minecraft is blocks and stuff, so it's all bricks.
Okay, shush.
Done? Oh, Fidel said, didn't you have the pig Minecraft set? We did have that one. I forgot about that one. Yes, we did have that. Waterborne Tropical says, good night from Holland. Paul, are you losing weight? Good job, man.
Thank you. I have no idea.
Really? Oh, cool. But thanks, Waterborne Tropicals, for tuning in. Funber Creations. Funber Creations says, my cat loved sleeping under 3 blankets on my bed or straight on top of floor heater vents. Oh, straight on top? Yeah. We don't have the heaters under the floor. Ours are in, because we're built on a concrete slab, but was it my grandparents? In Oregon or something, it's on the floor, and it comes out of the thing, and the dogs will lay on the heater thing, or the thing, and I think it was Heidi, and her face would lay on the heater thing, and when the heater would turn on, her cheek would, like, flap in the wind a little bit. It was very interesting.
Oh, when I was visiting my grandmother, one of the cats discovered, my grandpa has a bad back, so he has, like, a heating pad for it. And one of the cats discovered the heating pad, and they had never had a heating pad in their house until then. And the cat discovered it, and so she would always climb up on his like $4,000 chair, and he would get super mad. But the cat would lay on it, Callie, and it was one that got really hot because it was like for arthritis, right? And the cat would lay there for a couple minutes, start to doze off, and then it would just boom when it got to like a point, and it would just jump onto the floor and lay like belly up, trying to like off. Cool down. Yeah.
Interesting. What's your Discord? Not Paul's. My name is Evan. Just at Evan, I think, or Evan Stagnaro maybe in the thing. That's me. Yeah, Fidel says Doug is coming huge to the BrickLink game. Absolutely. I think he's going to take a little while to get started, though, because he just has too much.
Yeah, so sell off your inventory and get out now.
Right, just sell it all to Doug real quick. Yeah. Okay, Will says he thinks there's about 60,000 different parts when you include color variants. So there's no way to hit our 100,000 lots. Not possible. Funbear Creation says, I'm also nearly halfway through the Coliseum. Oh, awesome.
Ooh, could you send some
Started on January 3rd as I try to complete a bag or two each day as it takes longer when recording it. Yeah, recording takes so much longer.
I mean, think about how long it's taken me this since August.
Yeah, August, at the very beginning of the stream, we checked when the first stream of Paul building this was, and it was August 22nd, 2020. That was the first day that we started streaming this build, when it was literally nothing. It was a bag or a box of bags of pieces. James P says, is Assembly Square a good set to part out? I think in terms of price it was. It's just a big set, so you have to see if it's worth you just parting out a single one of those, or if you should get a few, and then when you do get a few, is it really worth the amount of time it's going to take and all that stuff. So kind of like we have the Diagon Alley set sitting down there. Is that going to be worth it over the over the time it's going to take? Probably not, to be totally honest with you. But we'll
you can always give it to me for free and I'll build it.
What?
You can always give it to me and I'll build it.
How about
it's not going to be
How
worth it.
about you buy it back from the store at a 3 times price, just to make it all worth it. Chris says while your lot count increases, it is wise to plan for more orders. So be ready. Oh, wait.
Yes.
Be ready now. Wait, to be ready. To be ready now, is there improvements that you can make in the picking and packing process? To be ready now. Oh,
as you get more lots, your.
I understand what you said. Yeah. So to be ready now, are there improvements that you can make in your picking and packing process? He's saying it would be better to make improvements now. Yeah.
We did get an idea for our parting out process from.
That was from Chris.
Yeah, from Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, is that who's talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear the name.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a few things. Obviously, multi-order picking and a cart are the first 2 things, and then after that, it'll be just shifting the wall down so we can go down the aisle and around the corner and back up this side, which luckily won't be super difficult. And fortunately, can actually, we've thought about it, it can actually just involve taking the drawers off the wall and moving them. We actually don't have to remove the drawers themselves, and we also don't have to re-sticker anything or actually totally build a new wall. We can actually just shift this one down. So overall, it's actually going to be easy. So, which is it's fortunate because I don't want to do a ton of work right now. Just Brick says found a Blackbeard Barbosa, 2 Will Turners, and 2 Cannibals. Cannibals?
Cannibals. That means that you eat other people.
No, I know, but is that a character in
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates or something? It is?
I assume that it's, on the one where he gets kidnapped, where he's on that island. That's everyone. But where he's on the island and he's with the natives and they're going to cook him.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And he said in 1 container parts. That's pretty good. That's awesome. Fidel says, I need to say goodbye for now. Got some stuff to do. Nice chat today. Thanks for tuning in today, Fidel. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Good luck with your store. I hope you get that 1 more feedback so you can add another shipping method. Took me 3 months to build the castle, but I was busier than I am currently to fit in time to record and build each day. I feel like I just can't read today.
Can you ever?
Usually I'm better at this. Kevin, welcome to the stream. How are you today? We are getting pretty close to done.
I kind of want to do 1 more bag after this because then I will be done with that whole section. And then there'll be...
How many more bags then after that?
Let's see. There'll be 3 bags after that. But you see how there's kind of a natural break here? So, but it's up to your hunger level. Because I'm also getting pretty hungry, so.
Furber Creek says, I'm tempted to buy the castle and part it out or another Colosseum. Colosseum, I think, I mentioned that last time we were streaming, I think, last week maybe, and someone said it was just too much gray. And they don't, or not tan. Tan, and they don't think the tan would sell.
If it was all gray would sell.
Gray sells, yeah. Tan, I mean, here's the thing, everything sells eventually. It's just unless you get those really funky colors, some colors don't. Like coral, in certain elements, doesn't sell for us. Like those, I don't know what they are, 4x4 curve things. Those don't sell in coral. I don't know. That was a pick-a-brick wall purchase 2 years ago. So he says, when are you guys parting out the Diagon Alley set? I don't know, because I don't even know how to go about that, and I think that's. Yeah, I don't know.
That's everyone on board.
I don't know. That one is a
big one.
Yeah, I don't know. It is currently 5:29 or 5:30 where we are right now. 5:30 p.m.
now I really kind of want Domino's, but I also don't.
Chris says would like another mini bag. What worked with the last one? Actually, we've sold a lot with the stuff you sent us.
What about that big Stormtrooper head?
Mostly minifigs. Stormtrooper head is still here, I think, unless.
What did that come from?
One of the you know the sets that they're not Bionicle, but they're kind of the size of Bionicle, and they're the figures of like. They have Stormtroopers. They had they had Anakin at some point, and they have it's a bit more basic set.
Is it like supposed to be a knockoff Funko Pop kind of thing?
No. Here, let me. It's buildable figure, is it? I guess this pretty much.
Oh,
like these. They have different things like that, and that's what that would have come from. Yeah, so I don't know, that hasn't sold yet, but I think the droids sold, I believe. We sold a couple. Most of what you sent us was Star Wars. Most of it sold, though. Most minifigs. I mean, you're amazing, Chris. Like, thank you for sending stuff. But don't feel like you need to send anything.
Yeah.
Please don't. Nancy asked a fantastic question. What happens with the shelves and drawers during an earthquake? The shelves aren't moving. The drawers...
Hopefully aren't moving.
They'll... One second. Also...
Please don't make them all
James said you missed a step.
James, do you know that set this well? What step did I miss, James?
No, he said just kidding, but...
Okay. They're staying? Yeah, well, if this one bigger than
depends
that,
how big the earthquake
problems.
is, I think. The units won't fall off. I have been worried if we have an earthquake and the drawers want to slide out. I actually wouldn't be too concerned that the drawers are going to fall out, but more that the drawer might slide out and then shaking might have some pieces fall out of the drawer. That would be more of my concern. It would need to be a pretty big earthquake, I think, though.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. But, yeah, it's a great question. Warner Barn Tropical says, hey, guys, I switched from new parts and changed to used minifig parts and utensils. I've seen a huge increase of sales and profit. How do you guys look at this? Where do you... the thing for me, I guess, is just where do you get your stock, and do you have enough stock that you can consistently grow and stuff? I don't think that's a problem at all, though. I actually think used minifig has a huge...
profit margin.
Yeah, profit margin and market, like a huge market for sure. In fact, I've parted out quite a few used minifigs. Probably, actually, I know I've parted out like $1,000 worth of used minifigs in the past 2 months or so. That's the most used we've done, actually, is minifigs. Funberg Creations is the only downfall to parting out sets with numbered bags that you can't sort them out quickly by colors like you can with classic sets. Very true. Numbered bags suck when parting out. It's terrible. The best is when you open up a bag or a set and then the bags are not numbered.
But if you're building it, that sucks.
True. Waterbarn Tropical says Diagon Alley's too expensive now to part out. Yeah. Cindy says, thanks for answering all my questions. Really appreciate it. Also, Paul, where do you fancy to travel when you go traveling?
Depends how much money I have saved. A bucket list item is to hike the entire Silk Road. So from Istanbul, all the way to, I think it's pronounced Xi'an in China. So that's definitely on the list. I don't think that is something that I would be able to do this time. I kind of want to go from Cape Town up through Namibia, through Botswana and Zambia, and kind of hit, Cape Town is important because it's a really cool place. There's not actually a ton there in terms of like natural stuff, but it's a very interesting town because of the blend of African culture and European culture. Obviously after apartheid is what I'm saying here. The people there pretty much get along. So that is definitely a cool place to visit culturally. And then Namibia is just because it's such a diverse place in terms of like the natural beauty and then the cultures as well. You have some tribes that are still living, pretty much as they did for thousands of years, right next to big cities. So that's also a very cool place. You also have dunes and everything within a pretty close drive. You can see all the big animals there, and then kind of go more into Central Africa to just see a very different culture. So that's kind of where I want to go. And the reason why Africa is it's pretty cheap, and you can also see a lot of human culture as it progresses, because you have everything from European colonialism to tribal life, and just kind of being able to walk along that is also pretty cool. So that's on the list, and I could probably do that for under $3,000.
Oh, really? How long would that take?
Depends on how much I want to see. If I go with a tour, probably like a month. If I just went by myself, then pretty much however long I wanted to stay. But I would probably go with a tour the first time, like not a touristy tour, but like a group of people.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I also want to do the Golden Circle in Southeast Asia, which is Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia.
Hello, Angel. Welcome to the stream.
And the Philippines, I think. So yeah, that's kind of my list, but not all at once. Those are different trips. I'm not super interested in Europe though.
Angel, thank you for your super chat. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before.
No, thank
Paul
you.
Is currently building whatever this is, Hogwarts Castle, and I'm currently working on this little Paris set, architecture Paris set. Sienna says, oh wait. James says go to Dubai. They have a 12 million square foot shopping mall.
Dubai is ridiculously expensive. That's the issue with it's not really the Middle East, the Arabic countries. I mean, I guess it is the Middle East, but it's more the Arabic subsection there.
It's too expensive?
Yeah, well, Dubai is just a really expensive place to be. And just those areas are pretty expensive. And I mean, there's a lot of history there, which is something that I'm interested in. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there is stuff to see, but that might be more of a middle-age trip than a young trip. Just from both an expense factor and a what you can do factor. I feel like a lot of the things there lead more towards, guided tours and touristy stuff. So, yeah. But on my list for the nearer future is Iran is definitely a place that I want to go, just because it's like you hear so much about it, and it's really not that different, of a place. So but that's along the Silk Road, so I would probably do that in that trip. It's just very difficult to get a visa right now.
Sunita says, would you both go to New York? Yeah, I go to New York.
Yeah. Once again, that's just an expensive... that was almost bad. Anywhere in the United States, well, not the flight right now, but still the hotels is pretty expensive. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the truth is, I would probably actually go anywhere. It's just, currently, it is the matter of whether or not I feel like financially it is worth it to go there.
Exactly.
If someone else is going to pay for it, of course I'll go pretty much anywhere. But, I
see, the thing is, a lot of the people that travel full-time have a way of negating their at-home expenses while they're gone. Via Airbnb-ing their apartment or something else. So they're not actually losing any money while they're gone. We don't really have a way to do that right now. So basically, while we're gone, we are paying both for our expenses there and our expenses here. It's usually, if you're traveling in, I don't want to use the term third world countries, but in not first world countries, it's usually actually cheaper to travel than it is to live here. So that is definitely...
You mean like if that was your place of living, if you just move around the world? Like, is that what you're talking about?
Pretty much, if you don't have any home expenses.
Okay, yeah.
Because, I mean, some of these places you can live on $50, a day or less. $50 being on the high end. So, that's a thing. But I don't have any way to negate the expenses here. So, if I'm spending $1,000 a month there, I'm also spending like $650 here. So...
Yeah, you can't eliminate your costs here,
And then I also have some well, they're not really exotic, but most people would consider them exotic pets. And
they're lizards.
Yeah.
And reptiles and snakes and stuff.
I'd have to find somebody who can long-term care for those. So.
True, that would be difficult.
Yeah. And obviously, if Evan went with me, he couldn't. So.
I don't really want to. Long term.
Yeah, care for pets,
short term, totally fine. I can feed them. I can give them water, basic stuff. But long term, I don't want to do long term. Sorry.
Would you do it for a sitter fee?
For what?
For a sitter fee?
I mean, I guess. Maybe. Sunita says, "What pets do you have, Paul?"
I have a Argentine tegu, a gecko. I don't actually know the exact species because it was a rescue, not from an established rescue place. So I don't know the exact species, but it's native to... oh, yes, I do know the exact species. It's a crested gecko. I just don't know what subspecies. So, that's Reginald, the gecko, and he doesn't care about anything. But... I have a ball python, a tegu, and a gecko. And then a very angry cat. Well, less angry now.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Sienna says, what is your favorite LEGO set? Do you have one?
Oh, me?
Well, you can answer first, and then I'll try.
I mean, usually I answer with the Jawa Sandcrawler.
Not today?
No, I think I'll still answer with it. But the thing is, like, I have a lot of Legos, so it's kind of difficult for me to, like, think through them all at once.
Oh, yeah.
So that's usually my go-to.
Yeah, mine is probably still the Maersk train. I love the blue, the look. I mean, it looks awesome, the locomotive and stuff, and it's a cool set. That's probably my favorite, but, it just depends what I'm feeling. Waterborne Tropical says Iran is great. The people are great. The regime is horrible, though. We have so many refugees from there in Holland. Their stories are heartbreaking.
That's what I've heard. And so I think it's just, I think it's important to see a lot of these things for yourself. Just from both sides, understanding everybody's side of everything. And so that's also kind of a major reason that I would want to go.
Farmer Creation says, I've never been overseas in my 27 years of being on Earth. I've traveled to most of the capital cities in each state and territories in Australia. Never overseas, though. Interesting.
Australia is another location I'd like to backpack. I have I don't want to call it a hobby, a moderate interest in geology, and Australia is one of the oldest places in the world in terms of rock that is still visible and available. In fact, the oldest rocks in the world are located there. There's zircon crystals that date back 4.2 or 4.3 billion years. and the Earth is 4.5 billion years. So you have, some pretty cool stuff there. And you can really see the story of the entire Earth there, because Australia has never subducted. It's been there the entire time, just like some areas of North America. But most of those are inaccessible. They're underground now. That's another place that I'd want to go. But because it's a Western country, it's more expensive. So that's not something I would do immediately.
Funberg Creations also says, I think my 2 favorite sets are the Castle and the Coliseum. So the 2 big sets you have.
Yeah.
You don't have the Millennium Falcon, do you? I don't believe you do. I was kind of almost going to wait for like a response there, but I figured I shouldn't wait like right now.
Yeah.
Your mom says Rocky's going to the vet Tuesday. Checkup and teeth cleaning. He'll be an angry cat again on Tuesday.
Awesome.
I don't have any pets currently, directly. My girlfriend has a dog, which is kind of my dog. But I'm gonna get.
That was said very.
No, sorry, that was said very. No, but I'm working on a fish tank that I've been working on for like 2 years, and now I finally have a place to put the fish tank. So it's gonna be a saltwater reef tank. And then I have all the equipment. I have the tank. I have a stand. I just need to make some adjustments to the stand and then plumb it all together. And then put some water in it and...
do basically everything.
Do basically everything that you actually set up, and then let it cycle, and then get some fish and some coral and stuff.
And a sea anemone.
I don't think it's going to happen.
What's the point of having a tank if you don't have a sea anemone?
It kills stuff. That's the issue.
I want an eel in there. I want a sea anemone. And I want a stingray. Okay, it's not my fault if...
the downside is I don't think I was able to find a... You can get freshwater stingrays, like, to put in a tank. This is a saltwater reef tank. Believe it or not, you couldn't get a saltwater stingray that I could find. It's a 180-gallon tank, so it's a good-sized tank. It's not, like, super small or anything, so I should be able to put a lot of stuff in it. But, no stingrays. Not able to
there's some in the water out here. You could always just...
They're too big.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, no, don't take it.
Don't deplete natural populations.
No, if you have a fish tank... buy aquacultured fish.
Or for every one stingray you take out, you got to put 2 in.
yeah, it's based on the honor system.
Yeah.
Sienna says, have you ever been to England?
Yes, I have. Evan,
I have not. I've never been to Europe.
Vietnam. You've been to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Is that the only place you've been out of the country?
Yes. At some point, I went to Mexico. I guess I don't really count that.
Yeah. I've been to...
But no, I haven't actually traveled the world very much.
I've been to... Most of these were when I was young, and when I was young, I didn't really enjoy traveling. I like to throw fits pretty much about anything. It didn't have to do with traveling. I was just looking for an excuse to throw down. I kind of regret doing that, but at the same time, throwing a fit is fun, so... But I've been to England, Scotland, Mexico, technically, someplace in the Caribbean, but I don't really remember that, Germany. I don't think I've been anywhere in Asia. I don't think I've been to Canada. Yeah, I think that's it.
I was in Canada when I was very young.
Okay.
So if you want to count that.
There's supposed to be a piece here, I think. But it's not here.
Yeah, I'm in the same situation where I should not have 4. Those pieces should not be extra.
No, I'm missing a piece. Maybe it's in my bag. Even though I just built this.
Probably. You probably have an extra one. Sunita says, Evan, would you like to travel anything on your bucket list? Traveling isn't my thing. I really want to go skydiving in Fiji.
That's cool.
That's a thing I want to do really bad, actually. That would be awesome. Switzerland is pretty cool. Switzerland?
Yeah.
Yeah, Switzerland. Like the mountains and stuff, and those are cool.
The Alps.
The Alps. Yeah, that's it. I've been to Vietnam. Vietnam was pretty awesome, actually. I'd like to go to more Asian countries, actually. but less like not that Japan's not cool. Japan's cool, but I would prefer to go to the ones that are less developed.
Southeast Asia.
Yeah,
that's what the Golden Circle that I was talking about is.
Okay,
it's the most backpacked multinational trail.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, this is where they go.
Okay, I'm actually thinking.
What are you looking for?
1x2 tan.
This?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I had an extra. Is it in your bag?
No.
1x2 tan what? Plate?
Yeah.
Where's it go?
Right here.
You sure it's not this?
Oh, yes,
one of the brackets.
That is what it is.
It's this one.
I couldn't see. I'm going blind, by the way.
Shanita says skydiving would be cool. James says, tell Evan not to miss a step. I missed some step because I missed a piece. I missed something else here. James says, go to Daytona Beach, Paul. Waterborne Tropicals. Waterborne Tropicals, that's why your username is that. That makes sense. Says, why do LEGO nerds like fish tanks too? I'm next to a BrickLink seller, a fish breeder. Pretty awesome. I would love to someday breed like marine fish. I think that'd be really cool. I don't think right now that's anywhere near what I could, like, I'm not ready to do that. I've had tanks actually for years. Haven't had a tank probably in the past.
Not since you redid your room.
Yeah, I would say 3 years I haven't had a tank.
But you had that one that was on your nightstand, I think it was, right? For a long time.
Well, it was my nightstand, essentially.
Oh,
it wasn't.
okay, yeah.
That was actually a stand for the tank, and it had a little shelf underneath that I used as my nightstand. Yeah, I had... That was a big one. That was a 55-gallon? I guess it's not big, but...
No, that wasn't... It was not that big.
It wasn't?
No way. Because my bananas tank is...
It was a 40-gallon.
Is a 40.
But it was tall. Remember?
Oh, right.
It was really tall.
Maybe
it was actually a very deep tank. Maybe it wasn't 55. Maybe it was like 4. Maybe it was just a 40 and it was tall. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I've had tanks for years, and it's just been a while. I went and bought this tank. The stand needed a ton of work. The tank is a 180-gallon tank. The stand came with it. There is a hood with it as well, which I'll see if I end up using. But the tank's in fantastic condition, and I spent $100 for the stand and the tank. I had to drive up to LA to pick it up, put this tank in my car. Stand actually had to go on top of my car because it wouldn't all fit. It's 2 feet by 6 feet by 2 feet, I think, something like that. And the stand is pretty much done. I just have to make some little modifications. Have to like actually put the doors on the front. Like I think I have the hinges and stuff. But it's been at my girlfriend's house for 2 years now, at Kaylee's house, because I didn't have a place to put it. She had extra room in her garage, so it's kind of been over there. So we have to go get it soon, and it's going to go in the living room in the house, which should be pretty cool. Waterborne Tropicals, to start with clownfish breeding-wise. I'm mostly freshwater, though. That's what everyone says is the clownfish is the beginning. It's like one of the easier ones to do it. So I'm not there yet. That'll be...
years from now?
I don't know. We'll see.
Is that what your next business is going to be?
I think coral would be cool, too, to frag coral and sell it. I think that would actually be really cool. But, you know, we'll see eventually. First, I have to start a tank that actually has some coral that's growing in it and stuff. But I have literally everything you could need, I think. The only thing I need to finish is a stand, and then plumb it all together, and I'm all good. Waterborne Tropical says you guys should visit the Netherlands. When the bars are open again, it's the best place on Earth. That's
what I've heard. Amsterdam is quite a place.
Sienna says, is the Hogwarts Castle worth the money?
Now, if you enjoy it.
Well, oh, so no is the answer to Paul. Is terribly not worth the money. Do you feel that, how much was it? 400?
Yeah.
Do you feel it was worth $400 in terms of the enjoyment you got out of it and the time it took and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, if you divide it based on hours, I have gotten a lot of hours out of that $300.
Was it 3 or 4?
Maybe 4. I don't remember. Whatever I said first.
4.
So, I would say it's worth it. The issue with it that I'm now coming to realize is that it's too big. not in terms of building, but in terms of storing.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to put this thing. And so be aware of that. Have a place to put it before you start. But I would say it's worth it.
Cindy says, are there any other sets you would recommend to use for parts to build other things? What the flip is going on?
Okay. I'm done.
You're done?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Well,
I'm almost done, actually,
yeah.
too.
I got to show off.
How many bags do you have left?
34, 35, 36. 4.
4 bags? How many do you do today? 4?
I think so.
Nice. Okay.
So
then,
next time
in
we'll
theory,
be done.
you could finish it next time. All right, I finished as well. I do have a lot of extra pieces here, but they're all different, so that's right.
I guess I should show it off before we end.
Yeah, show it off. I want to show mine off first.
Okay.
Here is the little Skyline Paris set. Let me focus it. Maybe. There we go. Here's the Paris Skyline set. Pretty nice little set. Sorry for the shake. You can see we've got some nice, cool little buildings over there. Obviously the Eiffel Tower and all the landmarks in Paris. Pretty sweet little set, though. I love these little sets, though. They're my favorite. Paul?
Alrighty, so...
I gotta hold it up. It's out of focus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We've got a bridge, which is, like, pretty cool, because, you know, bridges are cool. Back here, I showed off last video. Over here, I'm very good at reviewing things. So we have the library over here, and this looks like the Gryffindor common room, but it shouldn't be because that's not where it's located. So I'm not actually sure exactly what that's supposed to be, but it has red chairs and a fireplace, which is what the Gryffindor common room looks like. So maybe that's just the only place they could put it. But it's supposed to be in a tower, so I'm not too sure. But once again, I just love the detail of this set. And we do have doors that open. So that's pretty cool. Those doors are cool. Yeah.
Cool.
This
awesome.
was show and tell.
Show and tell?
Yeah.
Okay, Sunita, I forgot to answer your question, which was... are there any sets you would recommend to use for buying other things or for building other things? I would say, and I think Warner Barn Tropics Water Barn Tropics did a great answer, is classic sets and then sets that have black, dark bluish gray, and light bluish gray. I think those are probably, depending what you're building, going to be very commonly used colors, specifically dark bluish gray, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. So Star Wars is going to be good. Anything that's on sale. Anything that you see that you don't push your pieces together all the way, and it bothers me. That's the whole thing like that?
Yep.
Dang. Yeah, that's pretty big.
There we are.
Look at
wow.
Paris compared to Hogwarts. Hogwarts is a little big. Yeah, I think that's probably it then tonight. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for everyone who was here. James for all the super chats. We got some other super chats here. Ben was here earlier super chatting.
James.
James, yeah. James sent a ton. Angel sent a super chat as well. Thank you all. Yes, Sunita, exactly. The spare pieces are going to go in the store. That's what happens. Though you maybe should figure out where your spare pieces go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happens. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Wow, just this tower alone is the size of my face.
There we go. That's better. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are.
Goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.